Just mic'd up with Mikie Mahtook. Got the boys in. I got Lloyd. We got J. Mitch. We got Jackie Boy.
He tried to jump up and he might have knocked it in.
Good time. Let's go. What a start to the Monday. I mean, I'm from Lafayette. My boys would come in, say,
oh, God.
So me and Joe on the ground. I got Joe in the headlock, and he's sitting there. Helmet. He's punching me in the stomach, like steady punching me.
Here, and there's everyone sitting around. Who here thinks Ovchinko can practice today after having 5 full beers? And he goes, Chad Jones, right? Chad's been with the team 6 minutes for 7 minutes, right? Chad's like, no, man, I don't think Ovchinko can practice today. And I was like, I look back, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I fucking saw you there. You were more fucked up than me.
On the spirit plane had some issues. I think she was sleep farting.
You heard her, or you just thought it was her?
I sat right next to her. I smelled.
Whoa. What was that?
Time to start the show.
Why would I have that?
You had a circus or something. What was that?
3, I'm late. Like, I don't even know what I'd be doing.
Now, when you do go to spring training, are you going to bring your chinchilla and your turtle? My dad tell you about it?
The SEC is, God, they hate fat people. I mean, I get crushed for that. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man.
Hey, just the South, bro. You got a bunch of food down here. Like they're
all fatter than I am.
Players, look at Lloyd.
You know what, Lloyd?
You're looking for a recruiting coordinator, coach. I'm here.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll piss my pants right now.
No way.
We're wearing gray pants, long gray pants. He goes, I'll piss my pants right now. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome back to Mic'd Up. Today is Friday, May 26th. We are back in studio. Appreciate everybody hanging with us, even through some technical difficulties that we had. We're not able to get the show out before the game as we had talked about before, but we were able to put some clips out. We showed you, we proved to you that we were actually there and we actually had a show. Now it is on YouTube. If you want to go back out and check out, there's a lot of really good baseball talk. We loved doing those Twitter spaces. I think that went really well. We'd like to continue to do that as this postseason continues to progress. LSU plays right now against Texas A&M, an elimination game in Hoover. Obviously, Texas A&M has a lot more to play for than LSU does. You never want to go into a game not trying to win a game. That's the mindset of every competitor. I guarantee that's the mindset of the guys. But with that said, you don't have to empty the tank in this tournament. You know the bigger picture. You know what the bigger picture is. Omaha, the bigger picture is making sure everybody's healthy and in a good position going into the regional and the super regional to get so that you can get to Omaha. Texas A&M, on the other hand, they are playing for their seeding lives, really. I think going into the tournament, they were going to probably be a 3 seed, an at-large bid, but a 3 seed in the regional. If they make a pretty good run here in Hoover, I think they can maybe push their way up into a 2 seed. Beating LSU would go a long way for them. And then the winner of this game plays Arkansas tomorrow, I believe, at noon.
Possibly not only moving up to a 2 seed, but possibly also pushing themselves out of a regional that might be hosted by an SEC school.
Absolutely. And I think every SEC team that is getting into the postseason, their mindset is, hey, just get us into any regional and let us not play against the guys that we've played against all year. Let's get out of the SEC because that's how deep and how good the SEC is. It prepares you for the best competition. And so if you put an SEC team in a regional against some other schools that may have had some good seasons but haven't played the caliber of teams that the SEC teams have played, you can get what you got with Ole Miss last year. You can get what you got with some of those teams that maybe shouldn't have gotten out of regionals but did because of the competition they've had to play throughout the course of the year. So it's a special edition, special episode of Mik'd Up because we are going to live stream it. That is part of the reason why we moved the show back. Instead of being 1 to 3, we moved it from 3 to 5 because the game starts at 3 in Hoover. And, we will be live streaming, talking about the game today. Obviously, the lineup has come out. Tommy White is not in the lineup. According to Alex Bach's voice, it is to get him some rest. I'm imagining he's probably a little bit beat up, as a lot of guys are. So Jay is giving him a day off. He is giving him the opportunity to get his legs underneath him. He has done Tommy has, I don't want to say carried the team, but over the last 3 weeks, he has been LSU's best hitter. Right? He's almost at 100 RBIs. He's got 20 home runs. He's done everything you've asked him to do. Now this gives other guys some opportunities to play. Tommy White being out allows Travinsky to move up into the 3-hole. Paxton Clean gets a start out in the outfield. Now A&M's got Johnson on the mound. He's a lefty. So you're putting Paxton Clean gets a start in right. You have Trey Morgan. Is he back in left field?
Yeah, he's back in left today.
Trey Morgan is back in left.
Jared Jones is back at first.
Gavin Dugas is at second. Jobert is at third. Right? That's who's taking the spot. And the game has started. So
It's incredible that our boy, who will not be named.
can we not do this and do it on my YouTube TV? So
That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was about. That's what I was getting at. Is
Okay.
that it's not up on ESPN yet, so I had to pivot to the.
It's not on SEC Network. It's on
It's
YouTube.
just not.
It's on YouTube
It's on.
TV.
It's on.
So just
SEC
log
Network.
into my YouTube TV.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
on SEC Network. But Braden Jobert's at third base. So it'll be interesting to watch him, see what he does out there. But with Tommy out, you have Ty Floyd on the mound. I'm confident in the boys. I think they're going to go out there and put together a game. I think they played well against Arkansas. Am I on? Are we on? Okay. I think they played well against Arkansas. I think Arkansas played extremely well against Skeens. I don't think Skeens threw bad, to be honest.
I think that was the best I've seen any team have at bats against Skeens all year.
And it wasn't like they
just
got a
made
ton
him,
of hits.
They just made him work.
Exactly.
Because if you watch Skeens, it looked like he looked good.
He did.
He threw the ball with real intention. I felt like his fastball had a lot of life to it, and they just found ways to keep battling and staying in counts and making him throw more pitches, and they had great at bats against him.
I was telling y'all this whenever we were watching the game is even though it wasn't his best outing of the year,
Numbers wise,
he impressed me that outing probably the most he's impressed me all year for a couple of reasons, right? And Chris Burke, who was calling the game, actually did a really good job of highlighting what makes Paul Skeens. That'd be crazy.
Paul Cruz would play for Alabama. I think.
Paul Cruz would be worth $600 million in 5 years.
I was thinking the quarterback from Longest Yard.
Yeah, but I mixed.
I know,
yeah.
Dylan and Paul. And
Yeah.
but like I said, if it was Paul Crew, he probably would have played for Alabama.
True. But
Point saving.
Chris Berg did a really good job highlighting what makes Skeens so good, right? The ability to be that big, but to be that athletic, to be able to hold runners the way he does, to be able to have the knowledge of being able to hold the pitch, holding it based off of the pitch clock now, and then going quicker, going slower, not losing his the ability to pitch, right? Not taking his velocity off. And what you saw was he started throwing his two-seamer to righties a lot more than he has all year. He changed the way he pitched based off of how they were attacking him, and to me, that's very impressive. Now, they just fouled a bunch of pitch off and didn't work.
They did, and I think it's funny to say this. You watch him pitch yesterday, and I think, look, the stuff doesn't get. You'd be hard pressed, and I mean really hard pressed, to find better quote unquote stuff, right? I think what you saw yesterday, in the sense of a team getting a chance to see him for a second time. Obviously, it's been quite some time since they saw him, about a month and a half, 2 months since they saw him. But I think that is the literal definition of what goes from impressive stuff and impressive arm and college pitcher to the maturation it takes to being a big league ace.
Yep.
In the sense of, so he started throwing the two-seam even more yesterday. But what you see, what happens with big league aces is that second time around, or that second game, or that second time this team is getting to see you, all of a sudden he starts flipping breaking balls and sliders in there from the start, early in counts and stuff like that, and really getting guys off balance. And he still used his fastball a lot, and it's still super dominant. And he went from just using the four seam to using the four and the two. But did you see what this conference is right now?
Right.
Where those guys were not on it, but they were at least giving themselves a chance and extending at bats, right? And like the maturation for him would be now is, okay, I'll flip this in here and get you off of that.
Right.
And that would be the next thing for him.
And he did it really early. He did it really early in the game, because if you watch that first inning, he got out of that first inning, but they had three balls decently well on them. They were coming out aggressive. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this. Watch this. Yeah. Here you go. I'm going to start flipping balls in there. I'm going to be able to throw a strike with a breaking ball anytime I want. You have their guy. Wow. That's a great first at bat. Our first batter faced by Ty Floyd. He went fastball, breaking ball first strike, breaking ball in the dirt, fastball away, and then nasty breaking ball there that the guy swung through. That, I mean, it's impressive. That's a good. It bodes well for LSU. That's a good start for him. But to finish this Ty Floyd thing, like, you know, this Paul Skeens thing is
Pucker.
he made the adjustment really quick, and then you saw guys getting on base, and you saw him the ability of him being able to hold these guys on, the ability to control the running game. Like, I know teams don't run anymore, but the way baseball is, it's going to come back around, right? Like, guys in Major League Baseball, a lot of guys are running more this year than they have the last couple of years. So to be able to show that you can do that is unbelievably impressive. And then, obviously, I wish Jay would have let him finish that inning. I don't understand why they took him out.
In his interview post-game, he said it was just a pitch count thing.
No, I get it. He was trying to rest him. I understand it. But, I mean, that's his he's been your horse. And I know that he didn't want him to probably get to 85 pitches, 88 pitches.
That could be the only thing it was.
Right, and those guys fouled him off, right? Like, I think he's earned the right to get out of that inning and be able to cash in his own runs, but he he was on a pitch count, and that was a game plan for Jay. Now, he got a little screwed up with the catcher's interference, which, I mean, that was pretty bizarre to me.
That's the maddest I've ever seen Jay get.
I've never seen.
2 years.
It lasted for 3 innings. He got warned like 2 innings later after.
Oh, I mean, that's one of those things that you just can't let go. Because you saw how it impacted the game.
I've never seen a catcher's interference be called after the play was made in the outfield.
Right.
Never. Which is unbelievable. Like,
well, and if they reviewed it, right, which they obviously did, it didn't take very long for them to look at it. It did look like it tipped the glove, but are we not looking at the back of the batter's box anymore? This man was a foot outside the box. Like, he was a foot outside the box. He was backed up that far to where, I mean, the catcher has the right to his position at some point.
Right. I don't think he hit it. I mean, I don't think he hit his glove.
It was so benign that it was hard to say, but once it's very baseball. Once they make the call, they're going to stick to their guns a little bit. And if you saw the way that it changed the game, the way that
it was 2-2 before that happened, right?
And he got out the inning.
That would have been out the inning with 2-2. Instead, catches interference, guy gets on base, run scores, makes it 3-2. Then they take him out because of the pitch count. The next guy gets a 2-run single, and now it ends up becoming a 3-run inning, a 5-run inning.
Well, no, that was Coop that was put into that position.
Yeah.
He was able to come in with the bases loaded, 2 outs, get the guy out. I think he had 7 strikeouts yesterday too. Like he pitched phenomenally.
He did.
Threw well.
And
Really,
so
really well.
like, it would have been probably a kind of high note for him on the year, because you haven't seen a lot of Coop this year. But for him to come in and deal like that, it just feels like it kind of got tarnished a little bit because of an umpire call.
Absolutely. And look, that was the only runs they scored all game, that one inning, right? So it was 5-2, and then it was 5-3, and then Dylan hit the home run in the 9th to make it 5-4. It wasn't a bad played game. It was a good game. Arkansas played really well. They're a really good team. It's unbelievable the way they win, because they don't have now. Everybody can say what they want about LSU can't hit lefties.
First off,
let me tee it up for you. So you can say what you want. Oh, I told you LSU could not hit lefty breaking balls and all this stuff. Those weren't normal lefties. Go ahead, Jay. Tell me what you want to tell.
If you watched the game yesterday and you even try to loop that game, that performance at the plate into that left-handed conversation that people have tried to go to, you are absolutely nuts. I'm just going to tell it to you straight up. The guy that started was absolutely electric yesterday. Electric.
Breaking balls, back foot.
And he looked like he was playing catch up there.
Yeah.
Making it look very, very, very easy. Like electric. The guy that came in after him, whatever you want, you can say whatever you want about his numbers on the year, he can pitch.
Yeah.
Right? He's 92 to 94. He's got feel for his breaking balls. He knows how to throw strikes. He can pitch, and they both threw well yesterday. So I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, whatever, but when you look at the stat line that the hitters had, that's what happens when you have an exceptional pitching performance, which they got from 2 different arms that day, and it is what it is.
And look, that's what you're gonna see. The longer you go in the postseason, the more elite arms you're going to see, right? That's just the reality of the getting in the postseason and playing great pitch. That's just the reality of playing in the postseason. You're playing the best teams in the country, so they are going to have good arms. You want to go and win the World Series, you're going to have to go face 4 elite arms from Wake Forest.
And I don't think people understand, too, is like if I'm going to play you in a 3-game series, outside of them maybe playing, like you get to the World Series, both of those guys may be throwing on day 1. You know where they're not going to throw?
Play.
On day 2. Right? If you get to a regional or a super regional and that stuff happens, they're not throwing in back-to-back days. So you don't – the chances of you having to face that situation in back-to-back days, back-to-back games in a regional, super regional, and or the World Series is not realistic, right? So you just hoping you don't run into something like that. And if you do, try to grind it out. I think they did a good job of grinding it out, staying in the game when they had their ace in the game. And if it's not for a fluky – catcher's interference, we're looking at a 2-2 game, and who knows where else that would have gone.
Right.
So, you know.
And look, it's out. You have to tip your cap. Sometimes the team
they played well.
Like,
they beat you and they played well.
It wasn't like LSU played terrible. Because some things have gone differently, absolutely, but they did not play terrible. Listen, I think you've seen over the last course of these next 2 games that Jay's okay with, as long as the guys are getting their work in, as we said before the tournament even started, get their at-bats, make sure everybody pitches that needs to pitch, and just come home and get home. If you win it, great. If not, it's not the end of the world, right? And so I think that you're seeing that strategy from Jay with, Skeens having a 85 pitch count and Tommy White not starting today because of rest. Like, that's just the reality of it. Now you're seeing guys get some opportunities. Jared Jones gets back in the lineup, which is good for him. Give him some more at-bats. Let him hopefully get hot again. Like, this guy's got 14 home runs.
Some meaningful at-bats, too.
Yeah.
These are meaningful at-bats.
So, all right, that's the recap on that first game. Let's really, of the Arkansas game, let's really lock into this thing. Floyd.
You brought up Jared Jones in this situation. I like for people to understand is that bat means something to this lineup, whether it's in it or whether it's coming in pinch hit situations throughout the rest of the year. This is a guy where these at-bats right here mean a lot more to him than it would if it was a regular season, 7th inning, we're up by 8, you give me a midweek game, pinch hit at-bat right now. He knows what kind of audition this is. He knows what this will mean for him. This is a big at-bat for him. This is a big day for him, pushing him forward through the rest of the season. So you're hoping that he can get on board going here and kind of propel him into the into the postseason.
Absolutely. Look, because there's going to be a time in the postseason where you're going to need him. right? And there's gonna be a big moment, and there's gonna be a big opportunity for him to come up. This wire's pissing me off. There's gonna be a big opportunity for him to come up in a big moment and, make a play. Have a great at bat. Drive a guy in, hit a homer, do something. So you need to keep him sharp, and I think this is going to be good for him. I hope he has a monster game today.
And I think for the people at home that are, I guess, judging what happened for LSU and are still trying to find the negative in the LSU baseball team, whether it be the 17 strikeouts, whatever, don't let it get twisted that Jay is still tinkering with the lineup. He's trying to find people he's still projecting into the future. Even though this is the SEC tournament, you want to play well and you want to win, he's still trying to find guys for the regional, super regional, where he can trust you. And that's because LSU's done everything that they should have done by now.
Right.
They've locked up a
national seed. You're
going to host a regional. If you win that, you're going to host a super regional. This is all about finding the perfect lineup that he can find to be able to go to Omaha and win it.
Absolutely. And he would have had him. Oh, no, he wouldn't have. He was already there.
That traveling.
Bro, his fastball's got some ride today. Nobody's even close to it.
Took the over.
Probably a bad move.
I didn't know Tommy wasn't playing.
But yeah, I think that LSU's in a position. They're in a fine position. Like, you can get mad at that. Everybody has to remember, as good as LSU is offensively, and as good as that we expect them to be, not everybody in this lineup is going to be in the big leagues, right? Not everybody in this lineup is a first rounder. They have a few. They have a lot, right? Like, they're very talented. But you also have to remember that some of the guys that you're facing are first rounders. Some of the guys you're facing are going to be in the big leagues. And so these guys are good. And so just because you have a game where you strike out 17 times or you don't score a bunch of runs, the guy on the mound that was pitching, let's evaluate that guy. Okay, what's his talent like? Those guys has first round talent, and he pitched to it. Sometimes they just chalk that thing up.
We kind of talked about it differently on air, and so for people that are not basically understanding what you're saying, I'll give them another perspective, another way to look at it is that guy on the mound. Like, I would imagine that if we are sitting here looking at 18 players on the field from these two teams, I would say 16 of them.
Good pitch.
I would say probably close to 16 of them, if not maybe more, has gotten letters, phone calls, all of this from both of these two schools. Basically what I'm saying is that you got to understand these schools in this conference, in this area, a lot are recruiting out of the same pool.
Well, how about this? The guy that just struck out there, Chase Lavalette.
He was committed here.
He was committed to LSU.
He was committed here.
Obviously, he's committed to Nolan.
And if you looked at his numbers right now, he was hitting 292 and 19 on the season. As a freshman, but I don't think people realize he was hitting over 400 in conference play. And the majority of those numbers came in conference play.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, whatever, it's 292, and he probably did, he basically probably
he led the SEC in home runs.
He had a better SEC season than Dylan Cruz did.
Yeah.
That's the truth of it, right? So if you're sitting here thinking that just because that guy on the mound, like you said yesterday, dominated and like, oh no, you're at LSU, you're supposed to. Those guys they're on scholarship too, and they got talent too. And they probably were both recruited here as well. You know what I mean? And now it's about putting it together, not only as a player, but honestly as a team, right?
And that's what makes baseball so hard.
Exactly.
That's what makes baseball so hard is that you do have, like, over the course of a long season, like, yeah, you're probably going to come out on top majority of the time, as LSU has done. But you run into a guy who has first-round talent, maybe he hadn't figured it out yet, and he figures it out, like, that can happen. That's what makes it so hard to win the national championship. I'm not saying that my expectations are lowered from LSU at all.
No.
But what I'm saying is let's just calm down and saying, like, hey, we suck because we got struck out 70 times from a guy who was throwing 95 with a absolute nasty breaking ball. Also, people saying, oh, why can't they lay off the back foot slider? You go sit in the box and you tell me how to do that. Because what he was doing yesterday, or what that lefty from Arkansas was doing, throwing 95-mile-an-hour fastballs with that hard-ass slider on the back foot and locating it, hey, that's hard.
Hey, what I saw
that's what makes lefties so hard to hit.
What I saw that lefty doing on the mound yesterday, I didn't see the Iowa game earlier this year, but I haven't seen LSU. Bro, they were swinging and missing by a foot. They weren't even close to some of these pitches. And that should tell you right then and there, this guy's got electric stuff, because that's probably one of the things that I think LSU's done better than probably any team in the country this year is you've seen them. Frank Thomas is huge. Yeah, Nugenics, big time. Big time. You've seen this LSU team, though, seriously, like just grind out at bats. Dude would basically put the Arkansas team was able to do to Paul Skeens yesterday. Whether they struck out or not, they just gave you great at bats. They got dominated yesterday, but the guy threw really well. And the guy's obviously got strong, real high-end talent.
And you want to say if LSU got dominated, that's like it happened, but they were still in the game.
Yeah, but say they got dominated to a 5-4-2. What's that tell you?
And they the pitching staff. You can say what you want about the pitching staff. They only gave up 5 runs in 1 inning, and a lot of them were unearned. Yeah. All but 2 of them I think were unearned because of the catcher's interferences and error. So all of those are unearned. So
those games happen.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Part of it. And but that is also what makes winning. Nice.
Okay.
Wow. Like, why is he playing there?
Oh, we got a little check
off. Go to second.
That's what you get for playing left field, bitch. I mean, right field,
bitch.
Right field, bitch.
It's Nolan's fault. Nolan put him there.
Yeah. But that's what makes baseball like, man. You that's what happens. Like, you go through a game like that, and it's hard to win sometimes. All right, let's talk about this game. This game's going on. Little check.
You want to go with a couple quick before the game gets too far into it. You want to do a little around the world pick to click and Ty Floyd.
Oh, and go lines.
Yeah.
Sure. Pick to click. You know what? I'm gonna go Paxton Kling today. Pick to click.
I'm gonna go Jared Jones.
Boom.
Travinsky. I think he's
he's hot. He's hot. It's a good one.
Frank Thomas pick to click.
I like to get Ty Walker a little pick to click too. And the line off of Ty, if the Skeens game tells me anything, I'd imagine he's only going to go about 85 pitches. So I'm going to say he's going to go 4 2/3. He's going to strike out 6. Give up no runs.
I'm going to go 4 1/3. 5 punchies, 2 walks, 2 runs.
He gives up 2 runs. I need the over. I like where y'all's head's at, because I do think if you can take anything away from what you saw yesterday, it's that LSU and Jay are scheming for. They're not trying to win this tournament. If you win, great, but it's not a priority. It's more of, all right, let's get our work in. It's almost treating it like a dry throw. What do you call it? Like, what do you work on the mound on the
walk
side?
through.
Yeah, like a walk through.
Oh, like a bullpen.
Like a bullpen session almost.
Actually, I do want them to win this game, just for the simple fact is I want to see some guys start tomorrow that aren't supposed to be throwing. Like, I want to see you get to that 4th starter. Who's going to start that 4th game? If something were to happen, you do have to use that other guy. Like, let me see that. That's kind of what I'm interested to see. I think there's going to be a lot of storylines doing with that, because it's, you know what you can get out of the top 3 guys. What are you going to get after that? And you're not going to see that until tomorrow.
Tomorrow, if they were to make it to tomorrow, it's got the potential to be maybe the most meaningful or maybe the most meaningless game of the year. In the sense of
hit pretty well, but
come on, Kate, get on the horse, get on the horse, get on the horse.
In the sense of if they
gotta get there.
God, that took forever.
No. Oh.
I don't know about the call. I'm not sure.
Well, why did he take so long to get there?
Which one?
Jared Jones.
I guess you're trying to see where he's throwing it.
Well, you
like
can
if he's
see.
Gonna
You tag, you get off, you see where the ball's going, and once he gets past the cutoff, you go.
Freshman.
Yeah, but at this point, that's not an excuse. Let's see.
Told you. I didn't know if
he's gonna come off the bag. Yeah, I fucking hate that rule so much.
Well, was he still touching him on that?
Ow, scorpion.
That's such a Bush call. I hate that call.
Me too.
That's probably my least favorite part about the replay in baseball. When that call gets made, if it's being made for that reason, I hate that call. That's safe to me.
I feel like if you beat the throw there, you beat the tag, whatever.
Unless you actually come off
I think there needs to be a kind of like how football made the move. Like, you have to make a football move. If you made a move that said I'm trying to come off the bag and it's like I'm trying to detach myself from the bag, to me that's what the call should be. Not I'm literally sliding over the bag and my foot came up for a second. Like
Yeah,
that's,
like if you overslid it and like missed it, then okay, after that it's it. But like that should be safe.
yeah. Like if I'm slide, put it like this: if I slide into it and I touch it, and you could tell I'm not trying to make a move to go anywhere else, like avoid the tag or like outside of the
Here we
line,
go.
like that's to me that's what's weird.
He got back to first too late. He got his bad base running. That's bad base running. He got back to first too late and didn't get off enough on the throw to be able. It shouldn't have been that close. He just didn't get off. He hesitated.
There wasn't
He
even a
delayed.
cutoff man either.
No.
So like, man,
Like, and that's probably always. Oh.
boy, it's hot out there, huh?
So safe, right? If the rules are, I mean, I don't even know if he came off the bag.
We don't know if he's off the bag right there. No, we don't know if the tag is off. That's what's great because they don't have a definitive side of
He's
that.
off
either.
right there.
But you can't see the tag.
But you don't know if the tag is slid off at that point. Boy, I tell you what, lucky.
No, he's lucky he didn't blow his knee
Let's say
out.
Lucky's not hurt. If I make that move right there, I'm out, coach. It's over.
Boy, they're gonna screw us again.
Let's see what he says.
He's out. He's gonna call him out. Yep.
I'm tired of these officials. Blue.
That's tough. Look at him. Jay may get tossed. Actually, Jay may get thrown out.
He's working on one.
Well, I mean, he's literally about to go out and argue a
For
review
a challenge.
If there's ever a surefire way to get tossed at this point, that's probably
Okay,
one.
can we like not have it blurry or?
I don't work for him.
Wow.
I think the tag might be off
I
of
think
him.
the tag may be off of him too. He almost stepped right on his finger too. Wow, that would have been bad.
This is dumb.
Come on in.
The tag
He's
might
over
be
there.
off of him.
21.
Ronaldo's coming. So
Do
he's
something for me.
That's a bad call. Another bad call.
Jay So
Good
ready.
swing by.
Hey, Jay So ready to go home.
Oh no.
It's all over his face. BBL.
Good swing by Dugas there, and for all of everybody getting mad that Dugas struggling, I understand it. His OPS is still over 1,000, which is very good. Like
Yes, his OPS is.
very good, right? Like that's you don't have guys over 1,000 OPS in big leagues. Like very few guys are like that, and so as bad as you think that he is playing, and he hasn't been as hot as you want him to be. He still has an OPS over 1,000. He's getting on base at a very high clip, and that guy has to be in your lineup. That's just the way it works. Jobert's been having some good swings too.
He looked silly a couple of times, but that lefty on lefty, like
I mean,
you
that's-
said,
that
yeah,
guy-
I mean, that's just gonna happen.
And that guy was.
Throw yesterday in the trash.
Oh, 100. Put your dreams. in
He's
the
an
guy.
interesting pro prospect, but he's obviously got super juice. He's got a great body, right? Like a good baseball body, and he's shown you that he can play a few positions. And if he can figure out how to be more consistent offensively, he could be a guy that gets to the big leagues. I'm not saying that he will, but like his talent and his swing, because he has a pretty
It's one or two things. Obviously, that is the
ceiling.
not even a ceiling. That's the most traditional way, I guess you could say, of him getting better and reaching the ceiling. But if he was able to bring that same kind of power production and or more, even if he still had as much swing and miss right now,
Yep.
he's got a chance to go somewhere.
Yep. No, I mean he's gonna get an opportunity. Obviously, in pro ball, some of these flaws get exposed, and if you don't make the adjustment, they're gonna keep hammering that. But if there you go, that ball's crushed, and if they screw him over and give him an error on that, I'll be pissed.
Tell you what, buddy wanted no part of getting in
Not
front of
one part of that. Look, the guys want to win it, dude.
Oh,
The,
well, I
the
mean,
players, the players want to. I think that this, to be honest with you, I want them to win because I think this is good for the guys, right? Like
No.
as much as you think,
Once we get past the work guys, if you will, the rest of that is like, hey, the position players is, bro.
We get it every day.
You out there and you can play every day, right? The rest of that is like it's lining up because one, we get to figure out what other arms might be able to step up and do something, and it's good for the guys, it's good for the morale of the team if guys could keep figuring out ways to win. Don't matter who's on the mound, don't matter what the lineup is, don't matter who's healthy. We just keep beating everybody's ass. That's a good feeling as a team, and it'd be good for your coach to be able to have that. I guess you will peace of mind, if you will,
right?
right? Moving into the rest of the postseason.
If they win, who do you think pitches tomorrow?
Coleman if he doesn't throw today.
That's what I was going to ask you. If you have what we kind of all think is Ty on a little bit of a pitch count type deal, who's your next guy up? If you obviously you saw the Coop's not available after what he did
Right, of course.
yesterday.
I don't think that's unless it's literally Coleman. I don't think you can answer that question right now because I think it's going to be dictated by who's up, what the situation is in the game. Like, you get in the game at this point, and I think they are trying. Like, I think for sure the 3 guys that you've seen starting these games were the ones they wanted to make sure threw at all. Like, I think Ty would have had a good chance of throwing yesterday if they had lost game 1.
Right.
Because they wanted to make sure that these guys threw.
Right.
Bar none, right? So I think today it's literally, well, I'm not going to blow out the guys I know I need. I say blow out. I'm not going to overwork the guys that I know I need for the rest that are for sure going to throw next weekend. But depending on the situation is how I'm going to try to win the game.
I agree. Thompson didn't let off that all yesterday. Those are tough pitches, man. Those are really because if a lefty can establish fastball in, that makes that back leg slider so much more difficult to lay off of, especially if you're locating it because it comes out of the arm slot just like a fastball. That's great. Two great takes right there.
I got one.
Also, it also tells you how much tighter the other guy's slider was.
Right. That one had a little more loop. The other one was a little harder, for sure.
Like yesterday was stupid.
Yeah, both of them threw really well.
Is the bender over for you?
Because I'm going off tonight.
Nope.
I took a day off yesterday. I went out when we got back on Wednesday.
I know.
That's impressive.
Pretty one good.
My whoop said
What was your recovery?
it did just a nap.
Not good.
All right,
Recovery.
here's Clingy.
Down.
Great spot for him to be in right now.
Take the click, baby.
Hoover was excellent.
Hmm?
Yeah, it was fun.
I like him in the 9-hole too.
What's up with the no booze?
You know what?
Jam.
Well, that thing got on them knuckles real quick.
Yep. Jam.
Still can run like a
Hammy's
deer.
looking
Yeah, he
good.
looked
Got
good.
that
He looks
line
healthy.
there.
That's right. LSU picked up one.
Yep.
You know who I think you could see today, though? I think you may see Blake Money today.
Maybe so. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if you did see him.
Whom?
You may see him in extended work today. You may see Blake Money in the.
Oh yeah, that would be a great.
Blake, Gavin, Dutton, maybe Coleman.
I think Coleman will be.
Last choice because probably.
Yeah, I think they want to see him probably start tomorrow. If you get in that situation, I don't think it's a.
I think
If it was a must-win, you would see Coleman come out the pin. But I think they're like Jared said, they're trying to work everybody into a certain situation. It feels like. Where did Mikey go? Let in our guest.
Yeah. I mean, I would think it'd be Gavin, Coleman, or Blake, whoever doesn't throw today.
I would love to see Blake Money get in at probably like you said, maybe
Probably after.
in the 5th, and just go until you can't go no moss. Like get him to the 8th, and then you see, one inning from somebody. I don't know who's even left outside of.
Dutton, Collins. I don't know how much he wants Ackenhausen to throw again.
I wouldn't
No,
think
he's
you'd see
done for the
Ackenhausen
week.
again.
He's done for the week unless they were somehow to be in the championship and stuff.
You saw Guidry get up
He's
in
available.
game 1, so he's available.
Griffin Herring.
I would honestly like to see Blake Money go and then get to the 8th or 9th, and you see Guidry come in and get kind of solidified that closer role.
Hopefully they just turn on the roll and we move the fuck on. That'd be cool.
I think I need 11.
Nah, they had enough of those this year. Now it's time to get some real baseball games under your belt. Try to have to make some decisions, some people playing some pressure packed situations, so you can they can get a feel and you can get a feel for who you can, trust in those situations.
I saw Florida let their guy throw 95 pitches last night. Their ace.
Do they have to do they need to do that? Are they fighting
They
for?
were in the winners bracket. They beat Vanderbilt 6-3, I think.
Bro, you got to understand. I think,
Oh, shit.
I personally think you have to understand, and this is my true feel about this. This tournament can be approached in a lot of different ways. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say you still had Grant Taylor fully healthy. Let's just say you still had Shores fully healthy. Let's just say you still had Edwards fully healthy. Even though they are in a position that they're in right now, why not try to win it? You get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know Florida's roster in and out like that, but they may be in a different position than what LSU is right now when it comes to playing in this tournament right here. And that's okay. That's what it is. That's called the war of attrition. That's what baseball is. That's what going through the grind of a regular season is. Some teams come in a little healthier than others.
I'm just interested to see. Obviously,
Man, if we had those three, good, yes.
it feels like Jay is kind of at his capacity. If he was a thermometer, it'd be about to pop. But I think if he can get that kind of out of his system and kind of refocus on.
No, I think he will. They just got to get through this week. Like you said, 95 pitches, that's not anything crazy. Think about it. Skeens went almost 120 last week, I think, right? Oof. Do you want to back that up in a realistically meaningless game for him to go to another 100 plus? No. We don't know. I don't know what the Florida guy did 2 weeks ago. I don't know what the rest of their staff is, but for him to just go 95, in my mind, that's not anything crazy. He's been doing that. That's fine. So you just got to – every team's not in the same situation.
Right.
All right, don't lose it. Let's lock it back in.
Yeah, this whole game is contingent on what you see from Top Floyd in terms of how much juice LSU puts into this thing, right? Like if they go to the bullpen in the third, you might see kind of, all right, that was fun. Get the turfs on.
Oh, 3-0 hacking. All right, tie game. I do like that. It's a double anyway. As long as
in your mind, what would make LSU go to bullpen in the third? In your mind,
if he just starts losing, if he just don't throw strikes, that's it. You just don't. The same old. If you start to see him lose command, and then you're.
What's that mean? Like if he starts losing command and he's 3-0 and getting hit, there's only less than 4 pitches in that bat. The pitch count won't be up there. So in your mind, what makes them say?
Now that now you say it that way. Why wouldn't you just keep him out there, let him grind through it?
That's my point. That's why I asked you this. I don't think that's the case. I think you end up taking him out of there where if he ends up having an inning where it's 35 pitches in the inning, that's maybe when you get him going. Other than that, I want you to get as close to the 85 as possible. And I don't give a shit if you give up.
You're working regardless.
And I don't care if you give up 8. Yeah, I need you to get closer.
I don't know if 85 is a number or what.
I'm just saying I would imagine he's somewhere in that window too. But if there is a pitch count that they a target that they're looking at, I would imagine they would, outside of him throwing
2 in a row.
Some crazy long inning, that's what you'll see.
That's 2 breaking balls in a row after a double off of a 3-0 fastball. Love that.
2 doubles.
Yeah, but that last one was on 3-0. He couldn't find the zone and got a 3-0 cookie and he hit it.
You go back to the breaking ball here?
I buried it, though. Didn't bury it. He's mad at himself for not burying it. I actually now go
old school baseball here, high fastball, then back to the breaker.
Well, it's not necessarily old school because his ride is his fastball, but I would go. I'd bury a break. I'd throw another breaking ball down. I'd bury it down though. It has to be a ball.
80 degrees today.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There's a fastball up. Okay, now here I would imagine the breaking ball down's coming, but I'd imagine this guy hitting knows the breaking ball down's coming.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a tough year.
Like Austin lost.
Oh, did it again.
I know. Go back to the breaker.
Mike, because he
doesn't have to get to a 3-2 though.
He doesn't have real feel for the heater.
No, he doesn't.
Both of the heaters were not competitive pitches at all.
First inning, he had a great feel for it.
Just in this at bat, yeah.
Honestly, I would try to go heater down.
I think that's what he was trying to do the last 2 pitches. You were saying breaking ball the whole time, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, if he can locate it, which I don't, and he left it right over the middle.
Cue.
I was like, if he can locate it, which
there we go.
I don't know if he could, then that would have been the pitch to go because you would 100% get a watch. Thanks for coming. See you later.
Yep.
You just threw him 2 breakers, and he sees it down there out of his hand, thinking like, no shot, ride fastball,
I like that.
Take a seat.
I know he didn't hit the ball hard, but that's a good at bat by him.
Yeah.
And now you get the guy at third base with less than 2. I mean, those. If you're gonna make an out, be productive in your out. Coach told me always used to tell me just drop some in the bucket every time. What's all that?
Was that you dropping it in the bucket?
Yeah, that was, squishing the bug.
Jack dropped a couple things in the bucket a couple days ago.
Big bucket dropper.
Freeze my guy out for a little bit.
Let him thaw out.
Kudos to Jack. He woke
Happy
up
birthday.
and drove.
You had a good 21st?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish we
you
had
had
a camera on him, dude.
You had some stories? You had
It's
some
all over
stories?
you.
You have some stories?
Yeah.
You tell your friends?
Nah, yeah. They're on a boat.
Wow, without you?
They're on a cruise, yeah.
Oh,
Jack,
they're not on the cruise, like on the cruise with the guy who jumped off.
No. They're in Mexico.
Okay.
They're not.
You didn't hear that
they're not-
story?
That was a senior.
That's not
That was a
anything that
senior
you joke
trip,
around,
bro.
but like it was
That was a
yeah.
senior trip.
Guy from U High jumped off a cruise ship, and like I guess he was trying to do it for like a video. Like
TikTok.
he was in the water, and you can see there's like about to be a storm, and they lost him. Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Jack went so hard for his 21st, he hadn't put on a pair of shoes since.
I don't think he showered.
I did show.
I hope so.
The only one that didn't show
Whoa.
over there was
Oh, wow.
Well, you try to
I
get
was
that.
grinding.
That's how you know a guy has a ride fastball right there. The ball's on the mid thigh, and he tries to lift it, and he goes underneath it. Boy, that's some ride to it.
When I got back in the truck after I dropped off the light, it smelled like the good fruit peaches.
Don't eat the pit.
How was that first pitch 88? Now was it a changeup? Maybe that was a changeup. Maybe that's why I looked weird.
The old school net at the Met too. Dangerous. Keep your head on a swivel.
I don't know, but apparently at the Met, the TrackMan is not hooked up to the scoreboard.
It's not.
It is for this TV.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
for this,
That's
for the
why
TV
I thought.
gun.
That's why I think that was a changeup.
Yeah.
Well, so what gun had skis at 103?
The one on the scoreboard, probably.
No, I think it was this one.
I didn't see him hit one.
Oh,
of
actually, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yes, he
Yep.
did. He didn't go.
Man, I helped him for yesterday. Loved to call this by himself.
He was.
I just look. Unless you go all the way around, you just gotta check it, man. You got too much going on to be able
I
to
mean,
make.
why not? Like, you don't have to
Look.
do that.
Jay, I don't like
Jay,
those guys.
I've been mean.
I'm all about it. Get on them. Get on
He's
them.
not having a fun time with the Blues.
He really is trying to get kicked out.
I thought he was gonna get tossed yesterday.
Man, that ball is
Yeah. Airplane ball.
a helium ball right there.
This is, but he. That's what he struck out with this guy with the first at bat. Is this who is this? Is this Lavalette?
No, that's not him.
1-1 game, bottom of the second.
Does A&M need to make any noise here to be able to make the tournament? Or are they good?
I think they're in a tournament, but I think they're trying.
They're playing for. They're trying to get to a 2 seed somewhere as opposed
good
to
pitch,
Oh.
change up.
change up, as
Great
opposed to
pitch.
like just sitting as a 3 seed. So they got a lot to play for. I think personally.
Purple and gold still out there.
This is
baby.
I like this inning for Ty because he gave up 2 hits, 2 doubles in a row with no outs. He gave up a run and he's righted the ship, and now he's throwing breaking balls, he's throwing change ups. He's able to
Get the
now,
full array.
guy in scoring position with less than 2 is able to get 2 guys out. Like obviously the inning's not over with, but like I like what I've seen from him to rebound after those 2 because the narrative on Ty through the course of the year is when things start to go wrong for him, it goes real wrong. And, this is a good sign that he's able to rebound.
Tell you what, I'm somewhere in between. He's managing getting through, which is always good. It's always great. But I would like to see him be a little more efficient.
No doubt. But like I guess the bigger point is like in the past of the year, like he hadn't been when he's not efficient like this, it's over. Like you can't write it back outside of that one game where he had that one inning.
Well, so I mean you're right. I just to me it ends up being a lot of the same outside of a crazy amount of runs scored if we're at 47 pitches through 2, right? That's very much giving you a chance to not make it through 5.
Right.
Which if that's the case, then we're still taxing the bullpen.
Right.
So for me, yeah, you're right. I get it. But that at that rate is going to be hard to
For
go
sure.
deeper into the game.
Now, hopefully the third and the fourth are a little bit more efficient.
Right, that's
and
all I'm
get
saying.
Back on track,
That's all I'm saying. I just like to see him be a little more efficient.
For
That's
sure.
it.
But silver lining is what he's done, even though giving up like this second inning, not having as great command of his heater, giving up back-to-back doubles, and then having a guy at second base with no outs, getting him to third with less than 2 outs, and then being able to throw his all-speed pitch, right? Like that was the other thing, is when his fastball was gone, he didn't have control of the other stuff to be able to get out of it. And now he's like, okay, here's breaking ball, boom, change-ups. Like, seems like he's starting to develop other pitches right now, which is good. So, yeah, more efficient's good.
Yeah, because the way I see it is, like, I think I really do think, like, if you're able to get good starts out of the starters that are going to throw for LSU in the postseason, I think you're in a good spot, right? For me, when I watch Ty throw, he's a big game changer for this group, because I don't love the thought of feeling like, man, if we have to, for whatever the reason may be, if we have to use a lot of arms on Skeens night, we're in a shit position. I don't like having that feeling, thinking either those guys are going to have to go back-to-backs off of long situations or whatever. So, like, for me, whether he were to give up a million runs or not, I would just like to see him be efficient, because I know if I can get him in the zone and go in there longer, we got a better chance.
Right.
When he's inefficient, that's when I'm like, man, you get that feeling like, oh shit, that this can go, and if it goes, then we got to get deep in the pen.
Right.
That's where the question mark has been lately. I think those guys are fine. I just think they don't need to be stretched out like that yet. I'm not sure that they're ready for that. Right. And guess what? It's the postseason. They may have to step up and be ready for it.
Right.
But if I were to give you a spot where I'm like, all right, this is what I'm worried about, there it is.
Yeah, no doubt. Side note.
Back on.
Okay, thank you. A little technical difficulties. Honestly, it was weird. We had Wi-Fi the whole time. I don't know what was going on, but
That'd be the Ethernet versus the Wi-Fi. So I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. The old Hard Factory reset.
what I was saying was, on a side note, Scott Strickland. That's when I didn't say that, right? Nobody heard me say that?
No.
Scott Strickland, head coach for University of Georgia, is fired after 10 years. I say that because it's, we have a head coach, or we have a pitching coach here that I would imagine is going to get some looks as a head coach in the SEC. There's the Alabama job opening, and now the Georgia job is open. Both are good jobs. Both have the ability to recruit at a high level at those schools. So I'm going to keep an eye on. That is, I just wanted to point that out.
Do you think that?
He wants to be a head coach?
Yes.
Do you think that Alabama might run with who is their interim? Because they've been rolling ever since they.
I forget the interim guy's his name, but nice. But it seems like he's trying to earn his way to a head job. I mean, they're playing their best baseball of the year with him as the guy. So I'm sure he's going to be a candidate for it. But I'd imagine they're going to go out and do their due diligence unless they make some outrageous run in the postseason. But that's 2 job openings in the SEC for the potential to take Wes Johnson away. We shall see what happens. Ty Floyd starts the 3rd inning with a strikeout. That is his 4th of the game.
You think Wes Johnson has any interest in being a head coach?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Didn't you just ask that?
He asked that. Jack asked that.
Okay, but say, wait, somebody
Sorry,
just asked
I'm
that.
grinding over here.
Jack asked that. Bottom of the 3rd, 1 out. Tie game, 1-1. If you're not watching and you're listening to us, That ball's hit decent, but oh no.
Oh,
he caught it!
Wow.
Sweet route Magellan, but great play.
Wow. Hey, I'm going to tell you what.
Great play.
That is very impressive to still be able to pull that in.
Unbelievably, listen, I've been in that position, and where I feel like I'm about to fall down and I have no shot, and unbelievable that the ball landed in his glove.
That is as impressive as it gets.
Let me see how this ball. Oh, he went back. He went the wrong way, and he can't
And-
spin
and
that
he
way.
opened the wrong way.
Can't spin that way.
He's not. I mean, he's not used to doing the
No, I
center
know,
field
I know,
turn too
I
and
know.
everything. That's
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
I believe he caught
I don't even.
I'm
think
surprised
I don't
he's
even think he saw it. He just stuck his glove out. Yeah, he didn't see it. He didn't look at the ball, and he just stuck his glove out.
That's unbelievable.
Great play.
Athlete?
Great play.
Great athlete.
Nice stiff glove
Now,
too.
look, he's played left. He's made some really good plays in left. That is a tough read in left field. I personally would much rather play center or right than left. I just didn't like the reads off of the bat.
It's
in
just,
left.
dude. He doesn't have a lot of. He doesn't have a lot of time out there. So I'm sure when that ball came off the bat, it was probably right off of his left shoulder, and he doesn't truly because he doesn't have the reps out there. Understand that lefty off my left shoulder, it's going to
fade
have a
so
little
long.
bit of this. So as much as you want to open up to your left, you kind of you basically have to open up to your right, or you have to be very, very good at the center field turn.
Yeah,
and that's
and
kind of
when he says center field turn, he means a speed turn. So it means going over your left and spinning this way,
taking your eyes off the
going
ball.
yeah. Like with your back to the field, not chest to the field. Because when you turn your chest to the field,
You slow your
you
feet
slow
down.
your feet down, you get tripped up, kind of like he did.
Feet down, head starts to bounce, ball starts to bounce, take bad hops in the sky, that type of
Bad
thing.
hops in the sky, no doubt. But that unbelievable play right there. Not a great route, understandably it happens. Great recovery. Here's a, oh no, oh okay.
Catch the sky and the sun.
Catch the sky. Just move the sun a little bit.
That was circuitous.
That's a triple.
He just
He did literally just say shit. He just showed him saying that.
Shit. Oh, sorry, Ty. Never mind. Be good. Throw it in.
I mean, I've been there, but I've been there. I've done that.
Jack, you're more than willing to pop down over there if you like.
He's on his way. He's like 5 minutes away. So all right. He just said, a little late.
All good.
You can sit there if you want, but you're just gonna have to get right back up.
Pinch it.
Still
1-1.
Still 1-1. I mean,
That was funny.
that's a tough play. That's a tough. When you get put in that position, I'm just happy they made the catch. That's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling when you are kind of like in no man's land right there.
I mean, that's it. That's the old Sandlot. Stick the glove out.
When you take a
Close your
route,
eyes.
when you take a route that you realize have really brought you nowhere close to the ball, it's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
Everybody's
It's like-
looking at me.
Similar like when you take 2 hard steps in, you think the ball's gonna be in front of you, and it's
Oh.
not, and you're like, oh no.
Oh no!
No, why did I do that?
Turn and burn.
Why did I do that? But he recovered, made the play. Now you can laugh about it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of high fives from the Dougie after
Now you
that.
can laugh about it.
A lot of how did you do that? I don't know how I caught it. No, I meant the route. How did you do that?
How did this guy? I know this is you're not watching.
This is the same type of play. This is the same type of play that if he caught this, you'd be doing the same thing.
But like how does that right fielder just overrun the ball like that? We're talking about the A&M play from Wednesday when he was getting interviewed, and just kind of like whiffed.
Because he has 20 jacks, he can do that.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not saying take him out, but I don't know how he just like completely missed it.
I mean, they were talking about on SEC Network the microphone curse, so this is
Yeah.
why it's getting a lot of run right now.
He's on the microphone again. Hope it comes back
You
in.
can't walk away from a person.
Maybe he will though.
Maybe he could.
Somebody posted the clip from Major League. Nice catch, Hayes. Never do that shit again.
All right.
There we go. Need him to get it going.
A
I
good
mean,
swing. Good swing his last at bat.
It would be all time if he hits a bomb right here with Schloss back on the mic.
Good. Yeah, he had a good swing his last at bat. Drove it to deep center field. Obviously, he had the base running blunder-ish thing that happened, but it's too fastball in. He's mad they didn't swing at that one. 1-2. I'd imagine the back foot's coming. He threw one for a strike there. I'd imagine this is gonna be a little bit better one. Nope.
Went with the heater in.
Try to sneak the heater. That's a good sign. Try to get the heater in there. Miss a little bit more over the plate.
Kept it true
Kept
too.
it true. Stayed inside of it. Hard double down. That was probably his best swing in a long time.
Yeah, I like that there.
Yeah.
That'll
He
play.
wants to win.
Yeah. They all do. Dude.
They all do. They're out there, bro. It's hot as shit. What do you mean?
If I'm out here, I'm fucking. I'm
what do you
trying to
mean?
win.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to lose this game.
None of them are playing to lose at this point. I'm out here, bro. It's competition's game on at this
that
point.
was a interview double.
Yep, there we go. Get out of here. Thank you. Bye.
Curse is back on.
Goggles on. Shit. He looks like Brendan Walker.
Did anybody catch, by the way, Chris Burke talking last night and wondering?
Shooter!
Wow.
Shooter
Look
McGavin.
at that. That'll be a nice double down the line again.
Dude, he's got some wheels.
I see you working.
That's what you do. Lefty.
Josh
That
doesn't
shit
like
gets
it
in,
at
shoot
all.
out.
He doesn't like it. Did anybody catch Chris Burke talking about during the game not understanding why guys wear the oven mitt?
The mitts.
And he was going really ridiculously about it. I don't even understand how he was so far off of what probably
I think it's more about.
Which hand they put it on?
No, well, that's what he was about. But he was complaining because he coaches.
Look at
his sons.
37. Wait,
He was.
He's,
And that's why.
Because he's seen
because
kids get
don't
thrown
can't
out.
do it.
Yeah. That is true.
That's why he like went so on a tangent because he coaches his 12-year-old or however old his kid is travel ball.
Did you ever wear it at all?
No.
At
ball.
the end?
So I understand why they wear it. I was lucky, and he said it too. I was fortunate enough that I'd never had a finger issue. Like I never jammed my finger, and like that. I enjoyed I liked having control over being able to grab the bag if I wanted to slide around it. I'm not saying you can't do it with a mitt, but I just never did it. I didn't like taking it out and putting it on my hand. When I got the first, what's the deal? Why is Jay out there again?
They call it bog.
Yeah, that was the actual taking it out and putting it on. That was the worst part about it. But when I wore it, I was always so I don't truly understand and/or agree with the guys who are on the right hand. But I did end up putting it on the left hand because when I stole and steal, I would always go left hand first. I was always going head first, so left hand would be the one that was in the action. So I just tried to keep that
Here's
away.
my question: why did you slide? Well, when you stole, because you always stole head first.
Yeah,
I did the same thing.
not always, but in college I did a lot, and then I stopped doing it, and then there was a reason why I went. There was a specific reason as to why.
Mine
I
too.
went back to it.
I always did it. There's a couple reasons why, but there is a specific okay, I'm never gonna do this slide feet first when I steal again. Why did you like to steal head first?
So if you go back to the Bear Jones play, I know they ended up calling him out because they said he came off the back. I'm not exactly sold that that's what the umpire saw. What it looked like to me that the umpire probably saw is the ball beat him there. The tag ended up being high. But the umpire probably thought ball beat him there, tag beats him there, he's out. Because there's so much of the body that's still way behind when the foot touches the bag. To me, the perception of it is that it's very easy to look out when you are sliding feet first and the tag still hits you in the upper body. So I always went head first because I felt like if I give you that small of a space and you got to go that much further, and when I touch the bag when I'm touching the bag, there's still all of this back behind me, I felt like there was a lot of calls or go your favor that way than they do the other way.
I agree. So similar. I like to steal head first because I can control. I could swim move. I can kind of maneuver my way around the.
You're more in control.
Yeah, of the throw, right?
Only when I steal too.
Right, only when I steal. Also, to your point, when I do steal, I feel like it's a better visual for the umpire, right? But then there's some incidents that happened with me when I stole feet first. One of them, I stole feet first going to third base, and the catcher came up and threw a ball, and it kind of ran two-seamer and hit me right in the fucking dick.
Hey, that sucks. That's honestly awful. I'm only a right side slider, so I always slid with my back to the infield, so I never had the chance of that being a problem. But I also feel like that's part of it too, because if I was a left foot slider, I feel like you're turning your body away from where the guy is. If I'm a right foot slider, my body is towards him, so I'm even that much closer to him.
Right.
So I felt like there was a lot of stuff I did when I slide feet first that made it seem like I was out. So I was like, you know what, I'm getting out of that.
I was a right foot front, left foot back, like this slide, right? So my chest was open to home plate.
And
so
that was the opposite.
Obviously that happened, and there's some times I was doing second, and I beat the throw, and I'm sliding, and the throw is so far up the line that the shortstop's trying to come through, and I'm about to get hit.
Yeah.
So I'm covering up, and obviously I almost stop my slide so I don't get smashed, and I get out. So I'm like, you know what? Head first every time. unless the throw's behind me or whatever.
I was only sliding feet first into force plays and or times where I knew for a fact
punches in a row, that's
if
not
I
good.
stole that I was going to be safe. Those are the only times.
Yeah, I mean, I slid feet first to break up a double play, obviously.
Spikes up.
No. And then I slid feet first if the ball's behind me, right? So I can get up and go. But head first 90% of the time. And then I always slide feet first at home unless I could see the catcher go up to get the ball and I have to slide around.
Yeah. Feet first at home pretty much every time.
Yeah.
And if you want to tie this into the LSU conversation, it feels like Gavin is on a strictly feet first diet, even in the field.
Yeah. You saw him slide for the backhand for sure because his shoulder, he didn't want to bang his shoulder up again, no doubt.
Smart move.
Yep. All right. Come on, Dylan.
Thirsty.
Hit a single. Guy on third base, 2 outs. The other 2 guys struck out, bad at bats. All you gotta do is get the ball in play. Technically, I don't know if there's infield in or not, but you just gotta get the ball in play after a leadoff double plus a balk, or not a leadoff double, 2 back-to-back doubles, then a balk. You get to third base with no outs, and you get strikeout. I need to see Dylan come through real quick right here. It'd be nice.
I'd like to see him, and this is an opportunity for him. I know there's 2 outs, but for him to start kind of working the other way again. Where
Yeah, well, they're not letting them. They're coming hard.
I know they're
in.
coming in.
They're coming hard in. It's not a. You don't want to force it that way. But if he misses over the plate, you want to stay middle. You could drive it that way. You don't want to yank it.
Missed the boost cruise last night.
But we didn't.
There was too much. There wasn't enough time.
Chase that one a little bit. It's gonna stay in play.
Stay. That's a big out.
That is a big out. Good job of that guy getting out of trouble. Bad job of LSU's getting him in.
Skeen's a big dugout guy.
He's a big team guy,
Yeah.
which is good. That's why everything I've heard from him is like, he's a big, big locker room dude. Like they love him in the locker room, which is always a good thing, especially when your stars are doing that.
Oh, we did have a question about Skeens before the internet went out. From Baton Rouge Raven. Let me find it again. Hold on. Whoa.
2-1 going to the top of the 5th. Is that right? Or is that the 4th? Is that the 4th?
I think we're going to the top of the 5th. Almost positive.
From Baton Rouge Raven. Speaking of Skeens, he said, any thoughts on Skeens changing up the pace yesterday on the mound?
Yeah, I mentioned that. So, that was his way of controlling the running game. 'Cause you only pick over so many times, right? So, changing the way he goes, like how quickly he goes to the plate, not getting in that rhythm, and then being able to throw over and keep those guys pretty close. I think that all goes into controlling the running game. And it's hard. It's very hard to do, especially when you're that size. But with the pitch clock and knowing that you have a certain time to throw, him like holding it and not giving the runner on first base or the hitter time to be able to time him up is super impressive. And then be able to go quicker, like to be able to do that and still stay within yourself, like all of that is extremely impressive. I don't know. Is he gonna get to Ben?
The start yesterday hurt him a lot.
Yeah. So he technically needs what? And he's like 30. He's 36. 36 strikeouts, right? 167. Yeah, 33 would get him to 200. 36 would get him to 203.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in. Assume the position in your seat.
Let's go.
Oh.
What's up? I come bearing gifts.
I appreciate that.
How are you?
It's his birthday.
Is it?
It was his birthday.
What's
21.
21 Savage.
Go.
Oh, it's the bottom 4. We're not the home team. We're the away team. So. Oh. Here we go again.
That ball's not
He
hit
made
that
his
well,
adjustment.
huh?
That's
Why are we playing so shallow?
He made another good play.
That's a great play.
Did you see
Why-
the play? You didn't see the play.
I
He
haven't watched
got
it.
spun around like a top, and then about to fall. You know, like when you fall down over your feet and you know you can't catch it.
Yeah.
Stuck his glove out and he caught it.
Nice.
Hey, can you get us some cups? If you don't mind.
Why are we playing so shallow over there?
I don't know. I'm not sure. So,
Wow, when he caught it.
Anthony, this question was asked in the chat.
Am I live? Am I on here?
You're on there.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're good to go.
Question was asked in the
think you told
chat,
him to.
and I made a comment.
I saw a little thing over here.
But you're actually a perfect person to answer this because you're 6'7",
Yeah.
similar to Skeens, and like it's, you're a bigger guy on the mound, right? So,
A lot of limbs.
how impressed were you yesterday with Skeens and the way he was able to control the running game, right? By being able to like pick over, being able to like change tempo, be able to hold it, and like one, how impressed were you with that ability to do it, and two, how impressed is his like makeup, like IQ of baseball?
Yeah, baseball IQ, just advancement. That's the thing that I've been most impressed with this whole year is what I've told people is, I think yesterday was just another example of the stuff I think I've seen all year is I'm 6'7", he's 6'6", 6'7", whatever he is. Like to be able to control your body, have the command that he has with the power stuff, right? Then to be able to control the running game, pick off, adjust holds, all that stuff. It was tough. And like to be able to mix slide steps, all that, everything, like to be able to be on time. I think there was times where he jerked balls here and there, and you saw some stuff that was a little different from him than normal. But overall, to be able to do that in college, like that shit.
And how good of a move, like for having that good of a move is like impressive.
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
You find like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you find like frontline, like maybe ace, maybe just a hair under ace type starters in the big leagues who will not change up their timing, who will not slide step, who will, because they don't want to quote unquote be off and this and that, and they don't do it, right?
Yeah, like literally it'll be known in the scouting report. So and so doesn't even pick off, like won't throw over, like get a big lead, like that's a real thing, 100%.
Like I said, I like the fact that he was able to throw his two seam. He was able to throw that a lot more. He showed that he can change the way he approaches guys if they kind of are on his heater, and it seemed like Arkansas was. But we're on to this one. Obviously, Ty Floyd has great stuff.
I love his fastball.
Me too. And look, today he's been throwing. He has a lot more command with his other stuff. He's been throwing his changeup. He's been throwing strikes with his breaking ball. So like, he had a tough inning I think in the second, where he gave up back-to-back doubles on fastballs, and then kind of lost command. And then next guy after the double was breaking ball strike, got to 2-2, changeup away for a strike 3, and then ended up getting out the inning.
I think he's going to be a great, not that he's not great here, but he's going to be a great pro ball pitcher when as he gets older and stuff and figures that fastball out.
I agree.
And they let him pitch at the top of the zone. He commands that. Like, dude, he's going to do.
For him, it's going to be all about command, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
when he's like 26 and he's got it figured out, like that'll be. I'm sure it'll be fun for him.
That's the. If that command becomes
that right there,
if that command becomes a thing, I was like that he will be an absolute terror in the league.
I think that's what I've been so impressed about Skeens before. I mean, you saw it a little bit yesterday, but you never saw misses like that. Yeah. That's, That's what
the only time I ever see Skeens have misses like that is when he yanks a slider from time to time.
Yeah, exactly. But not with the heater. That's what I'm saying.
Never with the heater. Yeah. Never with the heater.
He's missing like this at 101, and you're like, holy.
You never see. You know what you never see from him? There's two things I pretty much never see from him. You never see him miss crazy like that with the heater, and you never see the changeup like at chest high.
Ever.
That is such a advanced thing.
That's what I'm saying.
You never see that from him.
That's what you
don't see him over the middle of the plate ever.
No. And that's what I'm saying is like I'm watching him pitch and I'm like, this is a major leaguer. Like his misses. That's what I mean, right? And at the highest level, right? The misses are what is the separator.
Right.
You only miss by an inch or two. It's not like, and it doesn't take you 3 pitches to get back to the zone.
Right.
Like I'm literally going back in my mind thinking of a time I seen him like miss above the belt over the middle of the plate with a changeup. Pretty much, I don't think it's ever happened this year.
And he doesn't even need to use it in college. Like when he gets to the big leagues and like,
I'll tell people, he has 5 pitches.
Yeah,
he does.
He's got a 4-seamer. He's got a 2-seamer. Both are elite.
Yep.
He's obviously got the elite slider.
Yep.
I think his changeup's really, really, really good, and he's got the get me over breaking ball whenever he wants.
If I'm getting as I won't say technical, but like as critical as I could possibly be when I watch him pitch, I think the better he is at commanding either one of those fastballs in all 4 quadrants, like in all 4 spots, and doing this early and often is the separator from him being in the big leagues to being a frontline ace.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's literally those 2 things.
Yep. And but that's stuff he's gonna learn.
It is. Yeah, it really is. Because right now, like, let's be honest. Like yesterday was the first time I see him challenge, but like he does not have to really locate the heater right now. He doesn't.
He can get away with so much more. Yeah.
He doesn't.
That's why you see so many swings and misses and all that. Yeah.
Those are the 2 things I think as he goes up the ladder. If he starts doing that like more, and oh my god,
Well, that little change up there. He's actually had pretty good. Ty's had pretty good command of his changeup today. Yeah. He's thrown a decent amount of time, more times than I've seen him throw it.
How crazy is it going to be if they have the number 1 and number 2 overall pick?
I think they should.
I know.
I mean,
just
I wouldn't be so sure he doesn't go 1.
I know.
He's going to be in the big leagues in September.
That's what you and I were having this conversation. You made a great point, and like when he said this, I was like, "Oh man, if you think about it that way." And again, I mean, I guess it's hard not to say like an all-star center fielder, 5-tooler is not what you want, but
the Pirates in first place.
Yeah, what?
If the Pirates make the postseason,
that guy's going to contribute more.
It's maybe the difference to get you the bullpen. He's going to be in the bullpen.
Yeah, but I mean, even too, what Jared was saying is, if he's the number 1 overall pick, every offseason you see teams pay for number 2 and 3 starters more than $8 million or $9 million, whatever the first overall pick is going to get, right? So you're saying that I got control of this guy for the next 5 years, and I have to pay $9 million, like, and he could potentially be an ace in a year or two, like,
right?
How are you turning that? How are you turning that down?
Absolutely.
Because like I said, I truly look. Don't get me wrong, I get it, man. Like, I was a position player too. Like, those guys are playing every day, so it's very easy to see it like that, and I'm just like. But man, if I knew for sure I'm pretty much getting a win every time he steps on the mound.
Yeah.
So how do you turn that down?
Or you're in the game, in the big leagues, right? Like you just want to be in the game in the 7th inning, like
right.
every time he's towing the rubber. Yeah, I don't know.
That's hard to.
I don't know. Can we pull up what are the Pirates in the standings right now?
I think they're close to. They've been scuffling a little bit.
They've scuffled a little bit.
May was a bad month for them.
Yeah.
But on a different note, in big leagues, Pete Alonso's got 19 home runs and 45 RBIs. It's not the end of May.
I was thinking that too. I saw that on the bottom line the other day. I'm like, that's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Sneaky. It's always, you know what's so weird? It's always the guys that.
These beers?
Yeah.
They're a game and a half back of the Brewers.
Okay. It's always the guys.
It's
always the ones that struggle in spring training, and then the ones that are hot as a firecracker in spring training. They all go the opposite ways once the season starts. Like
Right.
Pete couldn't touch a ball in the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
Like I think he might have not even made a start,
Turner,
and then Trey Turner couldn't miss.
Yeah, and then he struggled.
And that has been the
got 5
opposite.
homers.
Yeah, it's
Can you
crazy
survive
how it
too?
goes.
Hey, who traditionally has a higher WAR? Is it a center fielder or a pitcher? Like a 10-year all-star.
That's a great question. I really don't.
If I had to pick, I would imagine the center fielder just because he's playing every
That's what we were
day.
talking about. So that's like, what do you
Right.
teams go off of that, right? I guess every team's going to have their needs at the top of the draft too.
Well, here's my other point too is like, and I know baseball is a little harder to do and just say I'm a draft based off of needs right now because it takes so long. But these two guys are going to be in the big leagues in a year.
That's what I mean. They're different. Yeah, it's different.
And so
I think teams know that now too.
Right.
Like the first
everybody's getting
couple
pushed
picks,
quicker, right? So you look at the Pirates, and okay, what do we need to get us? Like, hey, we have Hayes at third base, who's on a multi-year deal. They just signed Brian Reynolds to an 8-year deal, right? You have O'Neal Cruz at shortstop.
Then they lock him. I think he signed. Did he sign an extension?
I don't know if he signed.
They have control over him.
But he's like, he's a rookie, so like, make the throw.
We're
okay.
good. We're good.
But like you have control over him, so you have 3 or 4 guys already offensively that you rely on are really, really good. Now you don't have a ton of pitching, so like, do you say, okay, I'm gonna go get him,
right,
and this is gonna take this to the next level, or you say, okay, we're gonna add another center fielder, another guy who's gonna be in the middle of our lineup, and then just go pay for pitching, but they don't pay.
But exactly, I was about to say, you're also speaking about a team that does not traditionally pay. Like
they
they
got
don't
Mitch
pay.
Keller. I don't know if you've seen that guy pitch,
He's
but
playing,
he is an ace. He's got ace stuff.
He's got ace stuff, and he's finally pitching like an
Exactly.
ace this year.
Yeah.
So and he's doing
been
well.
fun to watch. Yeah. So if they can get if they have 2 frontline starters like that, and then have that team that's pretty long, like they got. Nice
Bro, I'm being fair, dude. Like if they were to take Paul Skeens and say he's in the big leagues by August next year, he won't be a frontline starter next year. He's going to be in that rotation and sit as the 3, 4, 5 somewhere. But you're telling me that he's not going to be able to give you like, this is real every fifth day. Like, and this has got a chance to shoot up the ladder. Like, if that's the case, like, man, I love Dylan.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Right.
I know how good Dylan is. So I think it was Kendall Rogers when he was on the show. I think he made a great point. We feel like we have eyes on this a little bit more, but he was like, I mean, a lot of years, year in and year out, number 1 and 2 pick, like you're gonna get the same thing. It's just very, very rare they're both at the same school at the same time. It's not that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of years, it's usually whoever's at 1, the guy at 2 is like, whoever you don't want, I'll take them.
Exactly.
Like no big deal.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
which is what
Easy
it is this
decision,
year.
yeah.
But it's
Nationals are an easy
Thank you.
spot.
Yeah, exactly.
eyes closed.
Hide it.
Yeah, so I understand that, but it's seeing them both on the same team at the same time that's different. That's way different.
That's the crazy part.
You see that?
No.
No? Can you or no?
Oh, sorry.
No, as long as you just can't see it. Fine.
Yeah, that's what I figured out. It's a Heineken.
I honestly, I really would like to see them win this game just because I want to see how they're able to navigate through the rest of this tournament. Who's gonna throw? Who's gonna step up? Who's gonna do extra stuff? I do.
Heineken Silver here. Why don't you just pour me a little Heineken
I do
Silver?
want to see something and that kind of whole situation play out.
Is that their seltzer? The Heineken Silver?
Yes.
No, that's their light beer.
Oh no, the
It's
light
like
beer.
it's like their version of Michelob.
Gotcha. Nice.
95
Also, by
calories.
the way, this is, if we want to be children, this is a hella fun product that we had at our shop, and I brought it. If you guys want to rip any sports cards, you can pull a Dylan Cruz or a Skeen. So I figured while we're watching,
hell yeah.
and you get 7 autographs. So almost everybody will pull an autograph if you guys want to
For
rip
those of
it.
y'all that are listening and don't know
yeah,
what
sorry.
shop he's talking about, can you explain your shop?
Yes, sorry, yeah. So Cards and
No, it's
Culture. If you guys are in Baton Rouge, it's in Perkins Row. It's a collectible shop. We do sports cards, art, memorabilia. Used to do sneakers, but we don't have sneakers anymore right
Oh,
now.
you don't? I saw the other day. Was it the other day? They just took them out?
Yeah, sneakers. My great kid, the kid Dewey that had all the sneakers in there, he's opening up his own shop in Lake Charles. So,
good for him.
yeah, exactly. I want to support him. But he needs as much inventory as he can,
Right.
like all that. So,
I think I may have got one of the last pairs.
what? Yeah, you probably did. Yeah. It was probably literally days after that. Yeah. Everybody take one of these. So
We used to
each-
steal
go.
these when I was a kid.
Each pack should have an autograph.
Let's go.
There's 7 autographs and memorabilia pieces in here, so
We're
it
gonna
was a lot of
open
fun.
it
Yeah, it's all USA. So basically, like you would have been in the product. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was all guys.
So-
Technically, you probably could be in the product.
So former guys that
Anybody who played for Team USA, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But it's mainly guys that
Mikey
are
Mahtook, I'm gonna be
lead off
pissed.
walk.
right.
All right, here we go.
But it's mainly guys that are coming up in this year's draft.
John Short, 15U national
If
team.
you guys get a kaboom, that's badass.
Braden Taylor, collegiate national team.
Am I the only one struggling there?
Huh? Yeah, I struggle with it.
Grady Emerson.
I
is
opened
a
100 of them the
15U.
other day, and I'm struggling with them.
I got Maui Ahuna.
Ooh, I got Dylan Cruz in the back,
Did
but
you?
it's not an autograph. It's just the regular card.
Oh.
But
Maui Ahuna is
we could. Joseph.
collegiate.
Who we got in here?
We got some autographs.
Casey
Everybody got any
Borba,
autographs or
Stone
memorabilia?
Russell.
Cade Morris. I got a little autograph with a jersey, I think.
Nice.
Ford
get
Thompson.
up. Get up. Who hit that?
Trey?
No, Trey walked. Travinsky. I was almost your pick to click. Oh, Jesus.
Nice. Scored from first?
Yeah, why is he? It looked like he was running
Bryce
quicksand
Rayner.
I mean, he's been running around the outfit a lot.
Roman Morton.
Damn. Yo, my
I got a Trey Morgan here.
autograph?
No, the autograph was Bryce Rayner.
Oh. Yeah, I just got a Dylan Cruz regular.
Brady Marietta.
I don't have no LSU guys.
No LSU guys?
One LSU guy.
I do have a guy that has a jersey and Cade Morris. I don't know anything about Cade Morris. He's
Yeah.
a relief ace rotation filler.
What does that mean? That's the first time.
Well, that was a buzzkill. Sorry, guys. I was hoping we would have a Dylan Cruz autograph or something cool.
It's okay.
Not done yet?
We're not done yet.
I haven't opened mine.
Okay, there we go. We got potential.
So what's gold? What does that mean?
I got it. I ripped a
Got red
ca-
louder. The way-
Oh, nice. Yeah. He's a top 10 pick. Let's go.
Beloso with a little blue double.
Drop that down there.
Hey! Line.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a double.
That looked like a
Looking nice with the wedges.
like fungo golf shot. That's what it looked
He
like.
had to hold up.
I like that. That plays,
A
baby.
fungo golf shot. That was nice.
Right on the line.
It's close to the bullpen on the
Tell you
line.
what, this is they're doing this without Tommy White. No homers. They're playing
Hey,
their.
guys,
Wait,
put
Tommy-
the
is Tom-
Skeens.
Nice.
Hey,
there
there
you
we
go.
go.
Give him a
Base
day.
Skeens.
Give him a day for rest.
Really?
Yep.
It's very obvious, Jay.
Jay doesn't.
He doesn't value
He's okay with,
the
yeah,
tournament.
I like.
Which is
He's
it
making
is
a
what it is.
statement. I'd be
We'll see.
like,
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is what it is. And I said this earlier. I go, look, if they might be playing this thing a whole lot differently if they still had a healthy Edwards, a healthy Shores, a healthy
Yeah.
Taylor. You know, they
Well,
might be
he's-
saying, you know what? Let's go ahead and take this one.
He wasn't even close to that pitch.
No, look, they're gonna keep throwing him that pitch, and if he keeps swinging it, he's gonna keep throwing it. I mean, lefty heaters in with that back leg, with the back foot slider is hard to hit,
Yeah.
and he's struggling with the breaking
I,
ball all year.
I wonder how much, just literally off the top of my head, I don't know the answer to this, and it's not a shot at him or the program. I wonder how much he hits lefty breaking balls off the machine.
I don't know. I mean, look, he's struggling. He's hitting 303 as a freshman.
No, that's
14
14.
45.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's
That's
he's
tough.
in
He's
between.
not reading. He's not reading pitches.
No,
Yeah,
he's not seeing them.
He's guessing them.
And these lefties, the last 2 days have done an really good job of getting fastballs in and throwing the back foot slider, and that's very hard to hit as a righty.
Yeah.
Especially when they're executing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's they're executing the ball really well, and it's up to them to either, all right, I'm going to give you that pitch and make you throw a strike and try to get you over the plate, or and lay off the breaking ball. I mean, that's the way you have to hit it. Because if you locate that pitch in off the plate, that's a hard pitch to handle.
Yeah.
But who's picked the quickest yours, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's still out in front of that thing.
how frustrated
He's
is
just
he right
not seeing it very well. He's not seeing that pitch very well at all.
Oh, he's frustrated.
Hey, we talk about gambling on this show, right?
Yeah.
You want to hear a bad beat last night for me?
Yes.
So I saw an opportunity on the sports book. I was like, I had a free bet, so I was like, just looking at parlays with the college games, and I'm like 2 and 3. Florida and Stanford parlay was plus 224, and I was like, this is too good to be true, so I took it. Right. Florida takes care of business. Stanford drops a 4 spot in the first inning, scores.
Save.
He's out.
I don't love that.
Yeah, me either.
Why would we? That's not.
Trubisky's had a tough time on the base path.
No, that's not Trubisky's fault right there.
No.
That wasn't a great bunt. But that's just I don't feel like
Yeah, I
that's
don't love
the situation with
yeah.
the guys on base to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But maybe she's tinkering.
We're
Trying
just trying different things. You got to get it done. In
You
big
gotta get a better
situations.
jump too.
Yeah.
But either way, like that's.
Yeah.
Did he tag him?
Yeah,
he's
no
out.
way.
We get back into that. Yeah, you can't go head first there, but you're talking about sliding. You can't,
Can't go
really
head
control
first.
that foot.
Can't
the
go
way
head-
you control
can't
your
go.
hands.
Yeah.
Definitely can't go head first there.
No.
That's a broken collarbone, broken
Yeah,
finger.
If if it's the '90s, he may go full Jack Bartman there and just bowl.
Oh,
you
look at
over.
it! Did it? Oh.
But see, he didn't do it again.
Who was that?
Joe Bear.
Or his last at bat, he shot down left field line just like that. That's tough. That's
Wait,
two times you've had. That's 2 times you've had your runners on third base with less than 2. You didn't get them in. But all right, finish your bad beat.
So Florida wins their game 6-2, whatever it was. They beat Vandy. And I'm watching the Stanford game just on my phone or whatever. They score 4 in the first inning. They score 2 in the second. They're up 6-0. I'm feeling good about it. Oregon chips away, 2 runs in the 4th, 1 run in the 7th, and it's 6-3 going into the 8th. I fall asleep. It's like 11:15 at night. Feel pretty solid about it. I think Stanford even had runners in the bottom of the 8th where I was like, oh, maybe they'll get, an insurance run. Yeah, I fall asleep. I wake up, 8-6. Oregon comes back. They scored 2 in the 9th to tie it, and then they scored 2 in the 10th to win it. And I'm like, are you
That's a
kidding
tough
me?
beat.
That's tough.
Bad beat. I was like,
does this
I was staring
happen?
at my phone. I'm like, really? Yep. That's about right.
That's
That's when you hit the pillow, you're thinking,
Yeah,
I got a
I'm
free
gonna say,
bet.
no way I
like,
didn't win this
Yeah, felt good about it too.
Oof.
On a
was like-
different note, y'all think Miami's gonna blow this thing?
What?
You think Miami's gonna blow it?
I don't.
The,
I don't.
The 3-0 lead.
I don't.
Oh, I thought you were talking about University of Miami. I'm like,
No,
blow
I
what?
was-
I'm like, what am I
was-
missing here?
I was doing
Yeah,
another
yeah.
on the.
Is it-
No, I don't think so.
think there's
I
a
think
I
reason.
think they win it right now.
I think
I
they'd say.
I think there's a reason why those teams are 0 and like 150 something. The teams that are
4
good
games
enough,
in a row is hard. Dude.
teams that are good enough to get to that spot, I don't really care who they play. They just don't lose 4 games in a row.
I feel like Jimmy
You just don't really see it.
score 50 or something. Yeah.
I mean, he only took like 10 shots last game. Like that's not gonna happen again.
He said something in the press conference too where he said he was like, I forget what he said, but it was so confident in the win. It was like guaranteeing a win,
he
but
did.
not
Yeah.
not guaranteeing a win. It was just so you're like, oh my god, it's over.
Yeah, it's
Like,
over.
Yeah,
Look at and look.
They
It's
just want to
just,
finish in Miami.
yeah, that's it.
it.
That was it. They just wanted to
fine.
party in Miami. That's good.
look at that 12 SEC tournament titles.
That's crazy.
Pretty good LSU.
As I was telling somebody the other day, who was I? Oh, I was on Jordy Holtberg's radio show, and I was like, we used to call it the LSU Invitational.
Surprised, man. He only has 3.
Yeah,
Paul's got 6 of those.
yeah.
Paul has got.
Paul
6
himself is in
I was 3
second
for
place.
3, baby. I only know what it's like.
Hey,
Yeah,
So you were 8,
yeah.
9, 10.
Yeah,
I
it was
was
great.
2 for. I was 2 for 2. We didn't make it my junior year.
That's right. You only know. Yeah, you only know how to win.
Paul himself is in second place in that tournament.
That's pretty
all
badass.
time.
That's badass.
That's crazy.
Bro, winning the SEC tournament is fun.
So much fun.
That
It's a fun
is
tournament.
fun.
So much fun.
And that bus ride back too, like it makes it not that bad because it's always Memorial Day
And
weekend.
you got
it's like
Memorial Day,
yeah,
you got the 5 days
exactly.
off before it, so
Yeah.
you got like a day
Yeah.
off. Pool party.
School's out.
Pool party.
It's the best.
Now
Best
they
weather.
Have, now they have way better pools.
Hey, you think it makes?
Yeah,
Hey, you think some?
so nice.
You think it makes it a lot more fun because this is like the first tournament where school's out and you're not playing.
Yes.
Like you just kind of get to be free. So you just like it's almost like you're like just baseball. Finally.
I remember sitting on our porch, me, DJ, and Micah, smoking a cigar when we got back at like 3 a.m. Not drunk, nothing. Just literally just because we had nothing to do the next day. It was nice. We were just like, no school. This is great. Like we can just do whatever. We can sleep. It was great.
We're just living.
Just living.
He just
what,
threw a
man.
pitch at
Bunch of kids.
81 and another one at 88. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, they must have just. But I'll tell you what, he gets through the 5 here and through 70. Like, he righted the ship a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he kind of like settled in.
100% he did.
Maybe it's. I wonder what his pitch count's gonna be.
See, like the I don't even know if the first two were fastballs because I'm so confused because
Yeah,
one
'cause
said
those-
81,
yeah.
one said
Oh, yeah.
88, and that one said 96.
96.
Whatever they were, bro, that's the fastballs right at the bell, right at the belly
that one
button,
there.
right in there. Man, that's so hard to hit, and if he could do that,
That fastball is what he's going to throw every single fastball in the major leagues.
if he does
or
that,
like if he gets to the
if
major
you want to
leagues.
see him in the
Yeah.
major leagues,
Yes,
that's what it's gonna look
exactly.
like.
Go
Exactly. Yes.
That's what it's gonna look
Exactly.
like.
Yep.
That was
That's the one right there where you're gonna be like, hey, if you can't kind of cut that out,
Yep.
that's when it's gonna be tough for you to kind of really get going.
Because you got to be able to command that top
Yep.
of the zone. You have to be around it. You can't miss 2 out of the 3.
You can't miss like chest and high and up
and
more
out,
over and over.
and you
again.
can't miss out too like that.
Let's see.
Like he'll get
That
see,
right there,
Yeah, he'll still
bro,
get those. That's a ball technically, but he'll
that
get
is
the swings
so-
and misses. Yeah.
Do you know
I mean,
how
the
hard that
swings,
is
yeah.
to get to as a hitter?
And
judge or lay
and
off.
judge if it's a strike. Yeah.
And or lay
Yeah,
off. That's what I'm saying.
That's the hard part. Yeah.
Hard
that's
to
the
lay
hard
off
part.
of it.
Yep.
So then when you start doing that and now you mix
Yeah.
or this
exactly.
with it,
That's when you can compliment it. It's over. Yeah.
I wonder if it's 75 or it's 85. Is his pitch count?
I think.
is somebody in the Griffin is. Yeah.
Griffin's in the pen.
Yeah, they had him listed as a right-hander.
Was he? He looked like he was tossing though when I was. So maybe he. See, like that
Good
one's
try.
okay.
Good try.
That's not like the arm side. That
No.
one's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're not gonna get a swing at it. But that should be like
But
your
that's-
big
that's
miss.
the miss. Yeah,
that should be your
that's
big
the
miss.
miss.
Yeah.
Let's just not walk this guy though.
Change up.
No fastball.
That thing.
I
Is
guess.
What is that? That's a changeup.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they're just. They're,
I think it's
That's
off
what, that
right
looked
now.
like a misread. Yeah,
I think it's
that
off
looked
because
95,
the ones that were lower than that looked just like that too, and I was like, is that changeup? Huh?
What did I say? 4 2/3, 6 punchies. All right. I need him to get one more out.
Let's go.
One more out. He already has a 6. I think that was
I
6.
wonder what
Or
if
is that
we
5?
actually could like do those like player props like that. I wonder what if you got him nailed.
Hey, this right here
Like 4
pisses me off.
2/3 6 strikeouts. Like the
What
odds
the
of that
odds
would
are,
be
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah. That fastball right there.
See, like that looked like the same pitch, but
It's
that
the
was
same pitch,
95.
yeah.
So the
I wonder
gun's
if
gotta
like
be,
that side is just not picking up the right way because it
Maybe.
seems like it's all on that side.
Yeah.
Sometimes those amateur.
The bullpen hasn't given up an earned run yet in Hoover.
Well, don't say that.
Oh,
Well, thanks, Jack. And here goes the earn runs.
Just saying it's been impressive.
Jeez.
Well, I know what you're saying,
I know, it-
but like,
I
don't
think
say
we're better
it.
left
Jesus, Jack, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, what
Oh,
the heck
big
was
play.
that? Oh,
Oh, does he
wow.
have the arm?
Oh, he
Yeah,
did
almost
get it
did.
there. That was a good man.
Dude,
That was,
he's a good shortstop.
that was a very bad. I agree too. That was a very bad dive by Joe Barry. I mean, I think he thought it was hit harder than that.
It was.
Run that back.
A little
He
fly.
dove. They're gonna probably show the replay, but he dove and like had to crawl for it. Here you
That's
go.
that's
Here you
incredible. Let's see.
Oh, not too
That
bad.
wasn't as bad as I
You
thought.
hit first here,
Yeah.
like you hit here, and then like.
I think he
inched.
thought it was hit harder.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Willie Mays Hayes.
No.
Good catch, Hayes.
That shit again. They're gonna remake that movie too.
But I did say no runs, so I didn't get the line completely.
That's
The
okay.
new remake of White Man Can't Jump is good.
Is it?
I was wondering how it was gonna be. You saw it?
Oh, it came
I
out
actually
already?
watched the old. I actually watched the old one yesterday.
Me
The other day.
too. I watched it. Yeah, just.
I love the old one.
Me
The
too.
old
It's
one's
so
great.
The
good.
new one's good. I liked it.
Woody Harrelson makes me so nervous.
It didn't feel like there was a rap.
Look right on cue, Jack.
Makes you
Look right
nervous?
on cue.
Oh, Jack, you got bailed out by SEC Network, so
Right on
Nice.
cue.
because you know every time they show these stats, there it goes.
They said it when the starters showed them now.
Right.
Oh wow, you got the backup one. Huh?
Yeah, that's
No,
like
it
that
didn't feel
one's.
like I was watching a rapper act.
That's
Like, I was
tough.
Launch
watching
City.
an
I don't know. Did you see the picture before? It backed up even more, so
Did it?
I'm sure the hitter's like, "You shitting me right now?"
This has to be his last guy, I would imagine.
Double play ball.
I would like that.
When's the last time LSU turned a double play?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Because it hasn't looked great.
No. Been real slow. Real slow.
Why is that?
Why is what?
Why it just doesn't seem like they have any chemistry up the middle.
Well, it's just you have a guy playing second who's hadn't played that much of second base, and so like the
let's call a spade a spade. He's just not a second baseman.
Right,
He's
right.
done a great job of playing in there and filling that spot, but that's not where he's going to stay.
Yeah, like came in as an infielder. If he can learn how, he already knows how to play the outfield. If he can be serviceable at those other spots, but hit really well, then you play.
Yeah.
He's not going to be put in those spots as a defensive replacement. He's only going to be put in those spots because his bat needs to be in the lineup.
What's going on with Jay?
Jay's kind of going through it, I think.
He's over it right now.
That's what I think it is. I think he's just like,
he wants like the real offseason. Yeah, he's over right now.
He's like, can we just find out who's in our regional and like just get back to Baton Rouge? That's what it feels like.
They've had some calls not go their way there. He's over right now.
When is the selection show? On Monday?
We could kind of tell it to last time we talked to him too, or at least I felt like that's where he was.
11 o'clock. Are we going? Did it last year.
I don't know.
Great time.
It's Memorial Day. Oh yeah, we'll try. We'll try it.
That sounded like we're gonna try real hard.
We're gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the invisible right there.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so great.
The hitter was like
6 strikeouts.
There it is.
Look, he's laughing at him.
4 2/3,
4
6
2/3,
strikeouts,
6
85
punchies.
pitches.
Is he gonna walk? Is he gonna walk out of here? Walk out and get him?
No, you gotta let him finish, huh?
Nope. You thought if you didn't let Paul finish, you don't let Ty finish.
Tie fighter.
Especially if there's a lefty coming up.
This is promising.
Where's Floyd from?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, he does finish.
Leaving him.
You're right.
Oof.
That's okay.
That's best case.
Right at
Nice.
him. One pitch.
Best
Get me
case.
out of here.
What a great decision, Jay.
Yeah.
I know Jay better than you think.
Yeah.
Best case.
Hunter Green had a nice day.
What do you do?
The dude for 6 innings, no hits, 11 punchies.
That throws so hard.
Yeah.
6 innings, no hits.
105.
110 pitches.
He hit 105 miles an hour this year.
It's crazy. And he does it regularly. Like he's like hitting 103, 104 a lot.
What's the fastest we're gonna see a ball thrown?
That's
in
it
our
so far.
lifetime?
He has the fastest.
I think we're getting close. I don't know.
I think we're close to seeing literally an arm go with
Yeah,
the
that's
ball.
right. Exactly. It's like, yeah, like what's
Like
next?
just straight up detach and go with
You
the
think
ball.
they ever moved the mound back?
Yeah, they tried to.
You think so?
That was 2 years ago. They literally tried to do it in the Atlantic League.
Did it make a difference on velo?
Can't really tell, dude. 1 foot, you can make it.
Did it mess up your timing as a player or no?
People, you can try to say it does, but I mean, I want you to just like think to when you take BP. There's no set like this is the BP length, right? Like
Yeah,
certain
just
guys
roll
like to throw a
somebody,
different
roll
way.
the thing out.
You don't really think about it. Like it doesn't make that big of a deal. I do think for
What about for the pitchers? You think?
for pitchers landing breaking balls,
That's what I was
think
just-
that's
that's
where
exactly what I
it
was
becomes
thinking.
a little different.
That's
But
what I
as
was thinking.
far as a hitter,
Well, a lot more hanging breaking balls.
yeah, you can't
Yes.
tell. I do think the ball, maybe if anything, the ball, the breaking ball you see up, the hanger that you see up that you like spit on, especially when they had the automatic strike zone, like you kind of
Catches
get banged
it.
on bullshit
Yeah.
like that. But as far as for like actually pulling the trigger and
So I'm not obviously a scientist or
Thank you for clarifying.
no I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything
I was
about.
wondering.
I don't know anything about medicine or nothing.
Somewhat of a
right?
scientist myself.
But I feel like it's not the velocity of the fastball that is causing. I mean, I'm sure some of it, but like I think the majority of the Tommy Johns like that are happening, I think it's these guys that are snapping off breaking balls so hard, and trying to spin it so hard. I think that has more issue. That's causing more Tommy Johns than just the fastball. I mean, I could be wrong.
I'm gonna say this too.
Ping pong.
Boy, 4 out of the 8
That's
national
it.
seeds.
Yep, turning it over a lot. That could happen. You know, you get that tender. Yep. A lot of
So
yeah.
you have 16 national seeds, right? Is it 16 like that host regionals?
16.
7 of the 16 are from the SEC right now
good.
projected.
Is that good?
4 of the top 8.
That's crazy.
You think
We were talking
Bama
about
could
that.
play in a
Oh,
number-
A&M is projected as a 2 seed.
That's wild.
Do you think Bama could play to number 8? They make a little run.
I do.
If
I do.
Bama
If
ends
they
up
win
winning-
this-
if they win the
if they
tournament,
win the
I think they can.
tourney,
I
yeah,
think
there's
so.
a chance.
They may take Vanderbilt out of it.
Yeah, that's
know
what
what
I
I
think. Because there's only going to be a certain amount of SEC.
Yeah.
Hey, going back, I think, you know what I think is contribute. I thought about this like when I was doing the Rapsodo stuff a lot. I think pitch design has something to do with
Like
it
trying
too.
to spin it so much?
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
you're like, all right, try this grip, like, and you're just trying shit now because you're looking at the screen. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that made this much
Because
of a
you're
difference.
trying to get to the certain number or whatever, right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you're just like preset it this way, try it this way, and now you're putting different stress on tendons and ligaments.
Right.
I don't know. That to
Right.
me where I was like, ooh, I could see it being an issue. Of people getting too into it and stuff and being way too like into the spin and the rotation, the hand placement,
Right.
and because I got into it a lot, just understanding. What is that? Like the pitch clock, you know what I'm saying? Like 12 o'clock and
The
all that
hand-
stuff.
the
Yeah, hand
wrist
placement.
hand-
Yeah,
wrist and
exactly.
hand placement,
So I was
yeah.
like presetting stuff in my glove, and I'm like, man, I wonder if this, long term messes up my elbow
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Is it? So I've heard this recently. Didn't really think about it before. Is it? Would you agree with the statement that it's very rare to find a guy with a good curveball and or good slider with also a good curveball or a good slider? Like find a guy with really good
Breaking balls. Yeah.
two different
Yes.
breaking balls.
Yeah. You think it's rare?
No, I don't know how rare it is, but I have seen
No, we've all seen him, but
Yeah.
as far as for like literally just do you think it's rare to find guys that have really good, not like a feel for both, but literally like they're both like plus pitches?
Plus pushes, yeah. No, I don't. I think it's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
These
that's what
freshmen are-
separates, like an ace pitcher too, is having those 2+ pitches or those
Yeah.
2 out pitches.
Yeah.
And I think usually it's that fastball changeup guy, right?
Yeah.
Or if it's that his fastball complements his curve or breaking ball,
It's hard to
I
have
think
it as
it's-
two
That was
spinners.
Exactly,
That
have
was
2
weird.
spinners.
Speaking
Because
of
of
Yeah, exactly.
the wrist placement, hand
Speaking of
placement
injury,
stuff.
Yeah.
speaking of injury right there.
Because
just-
that's
and
something
just the
that's
way it
really
comes
hard
out
to
the hand.
manipulate when you
Yeah.
throw. Like it's either you
this
almost
guy
kind of
just-
set
I
to
think this
what
guy
you
just
have.
ripped his
right?
elbow.
Exactly.
Like, man, I'm
It's
trying
like
to talk about it.
You're usually, I think, you develop a good breaking ball because you release the ball a certain way, right?
Right.
Like that. At least that was my experience. was-
So I mean, that's what I was trying to talk about. He just shaked his hand. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Ping pong. Telling you. Happened to me the other
Team
day.
hotel, that's things get weird.
Getting the inside pool. Holiday Inn. Best Western.
Got a little
Are they
tempo.
taking a bus or are they flying?
Who?
We used,
A&M?
to, we used
LSU.
to take a bus.
Well, I know, but I mean times have changed.
It took a bus. It took a bus a couple times this year.
Yeah.
It's a long drive.
I like the bus.
I like a bus when you can leave at
Well, you
normal
sleep.
times and
Yeah.
Did not sleep. But
No, I like the sleeper bus too. Like if you can leave at midnight and get there at 8 a.m. and have to just sleep all night, or not midnight, but if like a 10-hour road trip, you leave at like 10 after the game, and then you just sleep throughout the night. I like that. That's obviously minor league ball, not best ball.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a little something over there. What's he having to check him?
I mean, I think he's just. I don't know what happened right there with his hand. He's not. Something's going on with his fingers.
He's trying to get the sticky stuff.
And Dylan Cruz is so overrated. He's like grounding out to
So overrated.
shortstop
I
and stuff.
Bad
He's like just
420.
rolling
I mean,
over balls and stuff.
He might come back next year.
Yeah, I think it's a good consideration for him. He should.
Oh, look at
yeah.
that.
Look at that, rolled over it.
No, but
You know what
still
I'm
the
saying?
umpire.
You
Ball
see that?
probably hit
Let me tell you,
107.
that ball
There was
definitely
a lot of
came off
top
at
spin.
105 plus right there.
But he's overrated because you see how he
3-0
top
hack.
spun it.
Yeah, it's bad
not,
swing.
that's not good.
Roll
Yeah.
me over, right to the best player on the team.
I will say this though.
Was that 3-0 or 3-1?
Yeah,
3-0.
3-0.
I love that.
Me too. I will say this.
You think he steals?
Hope so.
No.
Surprised he doesn't run more.
I will say
Yeah,
this
me
though.
too.
Like that
He'll
pitch.
run, I think he'll run a ton in the major leagues.
That pitch right there, earlier in the year, is driven to right center for him.
Yeah.
So he's a little off. I'm not gonna lie.
Not back to it yet.
But
But
he's
think about
getting
it.
I
closer.
thought the same
That
thing,
same
just a little
pitch,
off.
that same pitch 10 days ago was a 3-hopper to the shortstop.
Yes.
Right.
So he's
right,
getting closer. He's getting closer.
For sure. He's just coming around it just a little bit, just getting a little out in front of it.
But I think he timed it right. The last 2 series of the regular season.
That's what I said.
I've always said this. I don't think people ever look at it this way, but like think about when you're in a cage, whether it's a machine, flips, whatever it is. How many swings does it take you to get right when you don't feel good, right? Well, all right, we have those. Think about taking the same amount of swings in the game now to kind of get
you go.
right. How long does it take you to get off that many swings or close to that many swings in a game? It's going to take you about 2 weeks to get that many swings in a
6
game.
for 6 now.
That's it? Oh, see, I thought he would have had like 10 to 15.
He would run more.
His freshman year, he ran the most.
Okay.
Even Trey stole a lot their freshman year.
Yeah, I think when he gets to the big league, his game plays as with the pickoff rules and the bigger bags and stuff like that. He could be a
They
30
just
bag.
don't, but they just don't run. Like, they're not-
I don't
they're
like.
not
I would
trying.
love to. We never really asked him about it, but I would love to hear his
They
take on that. Like, because they really just don't run as a team.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
feel like
run.
they're just their style is mash. Yeah,
Like they
just
literally
mash,
don't
yeah.
run as a
But
team.
even the big leagues, they don't run as much anymore.
Oh yeah, that's
big
been a.
leagues.
But it's
Well, I think that's changing this year. Have
Starting
you seen it?
to.
Yeah,
People
I
starting
think the
to, yeah.
bases and like if you watch like even Acuna, like I said this before the year. I bought a bunch of his. You know, I'm
He's
in that
gonna go
world.
40-40?
Yeah, that's what I said. It was
Oh,
like,
he might go.
I think he's our
he
next,
might go 40-50 this year.
I think he's our next 40-40 guy, and
Yeah.
I think we see that a lot more again. And I think we start rewarding the guys that are power speed guys, you know, that can
Should.
do both.
It
Yeah,
should be.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, why? If you can run, you're a good base stealer. Why not?
And that makes the game more fun, right? It's more interesting. It speeds up the game. So that's where I was like, I like that move for MLB doing that. I was a little skeptical at first, but now seeing it and like understanding how it's going to reward a better, more all-around player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you're going to see less of the Joey Gallos and Tellez, you know, like the dudes that, like the big dudes, Vogelson. Like, I think they'll have a place, but they're not going to be as valued as much.
I like the idea of bringing the like running back into the game. I just wish they would have did it in a different way, in the sense of like, to me, like
that's me.
To
I think
me,
we have some audio
to me, that's a pretty fluky way of like. Imagine if every 2-0 count you had to throw a fastball. Yeah. A lot of hits, huh?
Yeah.
Like, so like I feel like that's what they did. They
With
handcuffed the,
the bases,
pitching and did that.
yeah.
Like, you could have been like, hey, we are absolutely cracking down on if you don't stop, it's a balk. We're absolutely cracking down on if you give me a balk move, it's a balk. And I think you do that stuff, you would get, obviously not this, it's been a free-for-all in my mind, right, with the way guys have run it. But I think you would get a lot more action and guys start to run more. Because I think the way things have gone lately, where it's like it's already been velo, exit, velocity, all of this, people are just swinging for the fences and everybody's trying to stay stationary. All right, well, how can we get this thing rolling? Well, we'll crack down on actual balk moves and all this stuff, and maybe we can get more running like that. I think if they, because that wouldn't change the rules of the game, right?
Yeah.
And I think they completely changed the rules of the game where the people that ran years ago. So, like, if you take, like, I mean, to take absolutely nothing away from someone like Ricky Henderson. He was unbelievable, but nobody was slide stepping back then.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, the rules didn't change. People started getting smarter. They started saying, hey, we can still throw strikes.
yeah.
We still feel good. We're going to start
Great
slide
outing.
stepping guys.
Great outing by him.
We're going to start making it a thing to where we understand how to get the ball to the plate quicker.
Yeah.
Right?
Great outing.
So, I think if you started getting to a spot where you just said, you know what, we'll crack down on balks and how you go about it, you can get back into running.
This is a big outing for him, too. I want to see him.
I didn't realize he was a freshman.
I want to see him kind of like get back to what he was at the beginning of the season. It's a big outing for him going into the postseason. I think he's going to end up being a starter. Maybe next year he'll be in the rotation. But right now we need him. Honestly, it'd be amazing if he finished the game out.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
He's at 11 and 22 already.
Hey, he might still 50, maybe
I
60.
don't love that, huh? Don't love that strike call? Not a strike?
A lot of guys.
Yeah.
Do we get the audio fixed, or do you know?
Waiting for reports back.
There we go. Thank you.
Who's
Boots on the
ours?
ground.
That's the same pitch.
Our deal?
Yeah, it's like it's been like in and out apparently.
Just one man.
I'm not blaming you, man. I'm just trying to. I mean,
Oh, I
you're
know.
the only
I'm-
guy that can fix it. So I was just asking if we had it done.
That's the thing. I'm really not the person to fix it.
Well, you're the only
We're
guy.
the only guy
I
that's
mean,
actually
yeah,
controlling
I mean,
right
that's
now.
Right.
I don't know.
You know what we mean, Lloyd.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm not trying to like put it on you, but that's you're the only guy that can
Just
try
a
to do
sports
it.
management degree.
I mean, you're the producer.
Er.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that's if someone's gonna give a complaint, like, you're the only person that can like
Oh yeah.
somehow get it done.
Hey, where's East Carolina? Is it North Carolina, South Carolina?
Nah, Kinston,
What?
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Are they
Like,
back
right
in
outside
it?
of Kinston.
Huh?
Are they good this year again?
Yeah.
Are they
They're
hosting?
gonna host a regional.
Yeah. They've won their.
They've been ranked all year.
conference, Yeah, four.
That
4 years
place
in a row.
was hopping last
CG
year.
2-3,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Are they gonna host a regional? Or gonna be a
I
two-seed
think they're
regional?
gonna host.
Were y'all all under?
He just recruited me. I didn't play for him.
My first 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, they've been great in weekend series, but they've had a really weird. I had to look it up again, but I bet you they're like 2-5 in midweek games.
Oh,
Or
really?
like, I bet you more than that. It's probably like 4-6 or something, but it's not good.
Boy,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is.
Step and throw.
Oh, he's on the bag.
He was
Big
Yep,
tall
that's
bear.
Nice.
Beauty of a 6'6" first baseman right there.
Nice, yeah.
Big target.
And he had to get something on that thing too. Was that Jobert or Thompson?
Yeah, that was Joker. Very nice
Oh,
shit.
that was Thompson.
No, Thompson's in right field.
Why is it? Oh.
Wait, what's it? I'm confused.
There was someone playing third.
Dugas moved over there.
Oh.
They're really just trying to take him out the
Wow.
reason.
To be honest with you, I've never. That's my first time seeing that. I'm not off that idea
that
at all.
was a great play by him. I thought. I mean, that was everybody was playing in normal positions. It was weird, but they flipped the second baseman. And the third baseman.
That's a very, very, very cool way to do the quote unquote shift.
Well, yeah, they've been putting JT in right a lot.
There we go.
But they've just been moving.
Okay, kid.
That's a good inning right there.
That's great.
Clean.
It's a great
It was up to
clean.
95 too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love to see it. Love to see it.
Love a lefty up to 95.
Me too. Me too.
See, that's what we talked about. Like, if you get him in a spot to where he in the postseason, I don't know what he's going to do today, and you get him in a spot in the postseason to where he doesn't have to go 3+, and you can keep him fresh and keep it small.
Herring.
That's when I think by having Hurd and by having Ty throw the way we know they can throw, that's when I think this team gets back closer to like, okay, this is different. I think Griffin next year is going to be in and out. Like every time out, you'll see probably a starter, and he'll throw that. I think that's what he'll be ready for this year. Keep it small. He wasn't expecting to have this role this year. That kind of plays into kind of what you get, you know?
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So did they put Joe Bear at third?
Joe Bear started the game at third base.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, making fun of him diving.
Welcome to the show.
It was part of the shit.
I'm just trying to get the audio right.
Just a producer, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't have. They can't hear anything while he's producing.
No, I'm locked in over here.
So was that,
okay,
that
so
was
we said
bottom
we're gonna.
six? Is that bottom 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we said we're gonna end at 5. Obviously, it's 5. Maybe we go one more inning.
Oh, nice.
One more inning.
Yeah, I mean, Renato just got here.
Yeah. I thought you were going to the end of the game.
Oh no, it's okay.
We still can.
I mean, depending
Yeah,
on
nowhere
I
to be, yeah.
don't really have anything going
The
on.
audio's working?
Well,
Nope.
Don't mind if I do.
Tell you what, I can't wait to eat food tonight. I'm starving.
Kava again?
I don't know what I'm gonna eat.
Dozy place?
you got the house to yourself tonight, too?
Nope.
Oh, no? I thought you said Alex was out of town or something.
That's next weekend. She's going on a girls trip to Nashville.
Oh, nice.
She'll probably end up on Broadway Street or something. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is the bachelorette capital of the world.
Really?
Unbelievable.
That's what they say.
Wow,
It is.
what
It is. There's a ton of bachelor.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, yeah, that's a good spot for a bachelorette trip, I feel like.
And
This guy had a good day,
bachelor
too.
trip.
This guy had a nice outing too. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 7 punches, 93 pitches. Good
No,
outing.
that's pretty solid.
Good job, Will.
Quality start, QS.
On the hook for the L though. It's okay.
You think people are? Yeah, but say you think people are clamoring about we can't hit lefties again in this game?
We
or
only
no?
scored 3 runs.
That's what I'm saying. But we're up right now. You sort of. I don't know. You know that kind of changes things
I
in
mean, we
people's
do have
mind.
7 hits.
Because just no one could never get any out hitters
Yeah,
out
we got
ever. It's
another
not a
one here.
thing.
Another lefty.
We also have a lefty that has more than 1 strikeout in an inning.
Oh, look
too.
at that strikeout to walk ratio. Good lord.
Bunch of walks.
They're leading the tournament
68 to
in batting
18.
average, too.
Oh.
Huh?
So even after those 2 lefties, they were leading the tournament in team batting average.
It's
I
always
would
a
like to
thing.
see this ball go.
Leave.
For and also too, I guess for people that don't know, like
He's my favorite
a
player.
ton
I
of
love
kind of
him.
like how baseball's done. Like usually, if there's a good, successful like lefty starter, what's usually coming out of the pen?
What, a lefty reliever?
lefty
If they got one, a lefty reliever. Like it's almost
Yeah,
like
keeping it going.
it's almost like anywhere. It's almost always a thing. Like if a lefty throws decently, you can almost back it. If there's one back there, he's probably coming out the pen.
Cliff's about to blow
2,
another
missed
one.
down. Oh, he went.
No,
Cliff's about to blow another one. They were up
Who?
6-5 going into the 9th, and now it's 6-6, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Who's about to blow it?
Clemson?
Cliff.
Who they playing? Who they playing?
ECU. UCF. Was that the same team that I screenshot the other day? Do you remember? To you and Chris? So the other day, another bad beat.
I don't know. I don't think it was.
I had ECU in a parlay, like a third, like they were like the third leg. It was a morning game. I was like, I'm adding them in there. They were playing the first round of their conference tournament or something. They were up 11-2. They blew it and they lost 12
ECU?
to yeah, like 13-12.
Oof.
Wow.
And in like the 8th inning, they gave up like 7 runs or
See,
something. Or
bullpen
9.
could always be worse, people.
Dude, it could always be worse.
Could always be worse. Hey, UCF.
So I feel like that's what's happening to Cliff right now too.
Hey.
He's like he had the lead and they're blowing it.
I wonder what their Tiger droppings looks like.
Probably not that worried about baseball if I had to guess.
He had
Because
3,000 a game, but
UCF, second biggest school in the nation.
that's crazy. Like 50 something thousand.
68,000.
What's the
Wait, does
first?
John Rice Plumlee playing baseball for him?
Yeah. What's the first biggest school? Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Really?
73,000. UCF 68,000 students. Second.
And you got
biggest school in
UT,
the
I think
nation.
Austin. I think University of
73,000.
Texas.
What's LSU?
30, 35.
Probably like 40.
maybe?
Probably like 40.
You'd have to ball gag me to bring me to A&M.
Whoa, hey, yo.
Time bound me.
Hey, yo. Whoa.
Maybe.
Whoa. I love it. The sun's still up, guys.
Tie me up with a belt.
Oh, get you a
Friday.
knob.
Yeah, just
Get
drop
up
it over his
Oh,
head.
beat the shift.
Fuck your shift.
That's incredible.
I feel like he wasn't actually trying to catch that because he wasn't anywhere close to that.
Bro, there was about 20 feet in between the right fielder and second
Like, he
base.
could have
just
kept running.
punched
He
it
was
in
like,
there.
you
That
know
was
what?
great.
Nah, I'm not going to do this.
He just
that
filleted
personally.
in there.
Like a quarterback with a touch.
Yeah, that was nice.
God.
Just filleted in there.
Yeah.
That's like looking back and saying, all right, where can I get a hit? Where can I get a hit? All right, I toss it here.
Just capped it.
I woke up to Cade Beluso on the TV probably 15 times yesterday.
Whoa.
For that, like, mine.
health.
Hey,
that
yo.
SEC Network.
Yeah. Same with me.
They did the Warren Morris thing. It was
They
just
did.
like on.
Yeah. That's so funny you said that because I was thinking the same thing.
You woke up to him on TV?
Uh-huh.
Yo.
Never turned
By the
it off.
way, you
the
had
what?
the TV in the Airbnb so loud. Like,
I was trying to stay
unbelievably
awake.
loud. I legitimately thought people were up and talking. I'm like, oh my god, 6:30.
Literally, I thought I walked out, y'all were gonna be outside like chatting it up.
So
and
loud.
Boy passed out on the couch with the TV blasting.
I was trying to
Hoover?
get the podcast up. Trying to stay awake.
How'd that
It
go?
was loud. It was a bar stool.
Not great,
Yeah.
Bob. Not great.
All right, Jared, come on, baby.
Oh, man.
Cliff got out of it. It's 6-6 still, so they're going into the bottom of the ninth. They got a chance.
You had a little walk-off piece.
They got a little chance. Clifford. Clifton.
Clifton. He's not hitting. He's
Garrett.
pulled the string on him. It's hard for him to hit it.
He's getting it right now. He knows he's
poor
getting
guy.
it.
He's not getting the hitters.
I don't
breath,
like, this
like-
is this is like one of the ones where I like laugh because I know how it feels.
Yeah,
Everybody,
I bet.
I'd be at the end of the night. I'd be like,
Boy, look at that lead.
ooh wee. Oh god.
Poor guy.
Please don't. Thank you.
Poor
Okay.
guy. Like,
Honestly,
don't ring me
he
up.
should try. He should try. That's hard. It's easier said than done because I hated.
Look
Shoot
at his
the
face.
ball
Look
into
at
the
Leonard
dog.
right there.
Going through.
He
it.
should
He's
try.
like,
He should try to shoot his ball in the first base.
What am I
like that.
guessing?
Like no,
right
literally.
now.
This is he hasn't. He's so young that he doesn't understand. This is one where he's like,
back foot me, please.
I'm gonna have to give up in that bat to get better right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna literally have to try to hit this ball off the person on deck. Maybe that'll get me in a spot to where I can back this
And if
thing
he
up.
throws me a
even
fastball and I swing and I'm late on it, who cares?
If
I'm not getting
yeah.
many heaters.
Yeah. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not pulling anything. I gotta. This is like my reset right here.
That's hilarious.
Come on, Joe Boo.
That's a lot of gear, huh?
That is a lot of accessories. A lot of accessories.
It's a lot going on right there.
Thought we were trying to speed the game up.
It looks like a hockey player.
Come on. Give him a cookie.
I'll take it.
Spin.
I'm
That's
okay.
good.
Spinner.
We're getting closer, baby.
That's good. That's a top spin, but he's good swing. Best
Get
swing I've
closer.
seen him
Gotta
take
get
in
him
a
out
long
that
under
thing.
that ball's correct.
Yeah.
Once we get him out of that thing, he's gonna be good to go. We got to get him out of it.
That's nice. A solid contact.
That probably felt great.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he has some confidence going back to the dugout there.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Everybody,
something.
give me
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
love.
Yeah. You guys saw that,
All right,
right?
yeah.
Didn't swing and miss. We got it.
He
was
seems like the type of guy that
stressing.
could actually say something like that too. I think he's got that in him.
That's how you make it. That's how you make it.
No, that's
Yeah,
great. No,
that's
it's
how you-
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's in the lineup today.
You think?
Why?
I don't think that's why. He's
Oh, to work through it.
okay, yeah, work through it away. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like find it out on the field. Let's see what happens. Throw it out there. Clearly, Jay has no interest in this game. He wants to go home.
Actually, guys, for my schedule, I got a bunch of things Memorial Day.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I'm trying to
you know,
recruit.
yeah. Actually, it would actually be better for us, you know.
Another big UCLA arm at the portal today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
UCLA.
Yeah. Like
It's tough when you get 200 people at a game.
30 walks.
Oof.
In that field.
Like 3 something.
I missed it.
You might be following Thatcher.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
falling.
Trouble.
Watch out!
Oh,
Catch your interference.
Jesus.
Seriously, that's exactly where the ball was.
That's crazy. That's wild. But I mean, that replay, it looked like it.
Yeah, but that one, and then we go from the side, didn't look like he hit
I
it.
didn't-
It did it from the front. It did because his glove.
Glove
But like,
moved,
but
yeah.
maybe his glove just moved because it's a flimsy pocket. I don't know, but that's
Every time I've ever seen catcher interference in a ball, either put in play, foul back, like they say it, like literally come out and say it.
And you watch the batter's reaction. Like, they're being like, yo,
Yeah.
you know, that dude didn't do anything.
Nope.
Like, I'm like,
Nope.
that's tough.
tough.
David Harmon. Yeah, we knew it was coach interference. I don't think anybody knew.
Yeah, shut up, bro. Yeah, stop.
Jay had to answer a question about it, and his face was just like, please.
Well, they caught him on TV saying that's fucking horseshit.
Yeah, that's the most. I mean, he was.
You could read every one of his. He said that's a fucking horseshit call. Like you could see. He's like, that is a horseshit call.
You need to be better.
Yeah, I love that. Like, there's nothing like telling another man you need to be better in your face. Like, just like,
you're not.
And he can't do shit.
You're not good at your job.
You're like,
this.
yeah.
That used to be my favorite time when you got so mad at an umpire, you'd be like, hey, look, I'm not even trying to be competitive right now. You suck.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know you're not good.
Your job, the thing that you're getting paid to do, is
You're
not
not
very
good.
How'd you get here?
Something else. Yeah.
This is giving me
You've
no
been doing this for a
advantage,
living?
and you're not good.
I don't think you'll be back tomorrow. Good.
That was a surefire way to get them showers early.
You saw the MLB one where Aaron Boone went out and the umpire was like, "You spit on me. You spit on me. Like, you spit on my face."
Aaron Boone's been tossed 4 times in the last 10 games.
We're
He's
not
got,
at
like,
the
the
end
most
of May.
by far of any manager.
We're not at the end of May yet. 4 times.
Old Billy Martin style. Just flip the hat around.
Who is that? Is that Bo? Oh,
It's
Frank.
Todd.
That's Frank.
Thomas.
That big Frank.
Eugenics.
Let me tell you what. If Frank tried to walk in this door right now,
No
couldn't
shot.
do it. He is a
Wait,
unit.
what is this? What does he get honored for? I wish I could hear it, but I
Is
can't.
that Herb Vincent? He's the SEC?
Yeah. I wasn't even looking at him. Didn't realize. Yeah, Herb's been there for a while.
That's right. I do remember that.
Almost the
I'd
AD
probably
here.
say 5+ years now at this point. Herb, the
Like that guy.
nicest dude.
Nicest
ever, bro.
human
He
being
is
ever.
awesome.
What a great name, Herb.
I love him.
Herb.
Love him.
Herb.
Tyler.
Herbie.
That's the only other Herb. That's the only other Herb I know.
I know Herb.
I don't know any Herbs.
All right. Let's not get a leadoff walk here, huh? Let's do what you did last inning.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
I like those innings.
It was good. It was
Those innings
efficient.
are
It was
fun.
quick. Yeah.
He is left-handed.
What?
What?
They had him listed as a right-hander on the bug.
He's been left-handed the whole time.
Why'd you bring that up just now?
The whole year.
He's throwing 40-something innings.
I mean, it was just quiet, so I figured I'd throw a little something in there.
Guy that does it both arms.
3-0 all the way back. Okay. Oof. You know what? Honestly, throw that same pitch. See if he hits the ball to the fence.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right down the middle.
At this point, we're
Right down the middle. Let's see how far you can hit this ball.
Alex Barnes gonna be jumping next weekend.
Perfect.
couldn't hit it
Let
that
him
far.
know.
Okay,
Let him know.
now we're back in the
Right down
game.
the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Hitting's
See how far he
hard.
hits it.
That's what I said.
Hitting's hard.
That's what I said on Jordy was like, what do you think? I'm like, they're not even being competitive. Like they're
Right.
not giving even a. It's really hard to hit a baseball, but like we don't know that if they're just giving them bases and hitting people. You know?
Right. Well, here's the deal. Like in batting practice, how many times do you see balls get crushed and they're outs?
Yeah.
The center
How many
fielder runs it
times do
down.
you see guys miss hit balls in batting practice when you know what's coming and
Right.
like, that's an uncompetitive pitch. The guy didn't even think about swinging.
Right.
Yeah.
You sound like Skip.
Well, yeah, it's good baseball guys.
That's his thing.
Like I feel like when I see that, so you go 3-0, 3-1 right down the middle, then we call heater in and you miss arm side high. I feel like you are either one, afraid to throw in the zone again, and or two, or trying to do too much and not actually executing the pitch. Like you're trying to overthrow it. Like just get it there.
Again,
Give yourself a chance
This
in that
guy.
spot.
let them hit it. These guys aren't scary hitters.
211, yeah.
These guys are not scary hitters.
Like just throw fastballs. Just throw whatever pitch you can command for strike.
Hey, let's talk about this. Is that a real mitt behind the plate? I want y'all to see how small this thing is.
Well, after
What, the
yesterday,
catcher?
Yeah. After yesterday, what?
maybe you shrink the mitt down just so we don't run into the same situation. Give him a first baseman's mitt.
Just trim the mitt. That's
Yeah.
it. Just trim it a little bit.
Use a softball mitt.
It is pretty small.
It's kind of small.
Who is
Is
it?
that
Is
not
it
a strike?
Yeah, what
Travinsky's
Travinsky
also,
makes, yeah.
He's also a
That's a
big
big
boy.
dude, yeah.
He is. But just look at the mid. Not even relative to him. It looks like it's tiny.
Let's talk about this.
Cliff's got a runner on third with 2 outs in the bottom of
Oh,
the
he's
ninth.
on the walkie. Who do you think's up next?
Oh, he's got 2 outs, though.
2 outs. Yep.
Guidry, maybe?
They had a leadoff single, bunted him over to second base.
Yeah, I guess Guidry's the only one
I
that
guess
had
sack
pitch yet.
fly maybe to, let's see, grounded out to shortstop. The guy advanced to third.
I bet you it's Guidry.
Who's going to be in LSU's?
What, coming in next for the close?
He
Yeah.
got a little talky to talk to him, but Guidry's the only guy at the pen that like you probably would want to see throw. I hadn't thrown yet.
You think Tommy pinch hits at all if it gets close?
Why? Why would he play?
I don't
He's
think so.
tired. Why wouldn't he play then? He's
I don't
out.
think
I'm
so.
just saying if you get
I won't
I mean,
say he's
maybe,
tired.
but I don't think.
Uh-oh. If I had a guy that needed
That's
to give him
what
a
happened.
rest, I'd say, well, if I needed to give him a rest, I'm giving him a rest.
Jack, you
That's
fucking
okay.
curse.
I'd rather that.
What was the count?
2-1.
2-1. Like, if you're going to get a hit, get a hit. Like, that was 2 feet away from him catching it. I mean, like, he crushed it, obviously, but, like, can't give it a chance to get it out if you don't give a chance to throw the ball over the plate. You know what I mean? It was a good swing.
It was a great swing.
That's that high T drill.
Yeah, that's
plays.
exactly what the high T drill looks like.
You'd have beat the shit out of that high tee. Out of that Ken Griffey tee. But doing, 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 doing. You might have hit it 3 different times right there.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Let's see if we can get out of this one. They got out a couple of them.
James Corwin. Watching, listening to you guys from the comfort of my beach chair in Orange Beach. Nice.
Wow. That's a big flex right there, James.
That is.
You trying to make us jealous over here? What are you doing?
Can't make me jealous after this win.
There's no better feeling than being under the umbrella, phone up, feet up, watching little Tigers.
Let me tell you what.
On the beach?
The best
On the
part.
beach.
The best part of that whole thing that you just said. Under the umbrella,
Umbrella,
coach.
It is Guidry.
Who's the bullpen coach?
Drew.
Drew Finley.
I applied for
Who's
that
that?
job.
Good pick. That was
What, the bullpen coach?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And bullpen catcher. Didn't get a call.
How'd that go?
Get it?
Hey, there's always next year.
Yeah.
He didn't apply for it this year.
Applied for it
Is that
last
somebody that Jay hired? Who's that?
He's
he
like
played-
the undergrad or grad
that's
assistant.
what-
Yeah.
Pitched in Double A.
Did
He
he?
pitched, I think he pitched for Jay, right?
Maybe so. I would imagine they got some.
And then
There we go.
he pushed a minor league ball for a little bit. That ball's
that's
kind
gonna
of
score a runner. That's might. Why would we do that? Who we gonna get out like that?
Trey lives for the highlight.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm not worrying about it. Yeah, that's called. I'm not that. I haven't played outfield that much. You're not cutting any runner.
only
off.
time
Like,
you're doing a jump throw if the ball's like in the gap on a ground ball. And
Not
you field
going-
it and you just get into the cutoff
not going
man.
away from.
Not going away.
Oh,
You're not
Dylan-
getting. You're not shutting anybody down. You're not stopping
Like,
anyone
the
from
on-
advancing.
yeah,
Like,
the only time you're doing is if the ball's in the gap and the guy is rounding and he's trying to score and you're just trying to get the ball out of your hand to throw it to the cutoff
quick,
man
yeah.
and shut him down. But that is not doing
well, you're
it.
running away from. That's what I'm saying. Like
He
at that
looks
point.
enormous. Why does he look so tall?
How do you get that job? And there's the policeman in the dugout.
Oh, yeah, that's a good gig, huh?
I
But it
would've
did.
all
Hey,
said-
today for your duty, you just
to
gotta
Jack's
stand in front of a
point, it
college
did save
baseball
the guy at
dugout.
second. It did something.
What?
The throw did something. He did
Did
it.
not tag him second.
Yeah.
That's
Let
what
me
he's
tell you
trying
what.
to do.
I,
Yeah, but
I
was he
can
gonna
I
tag
can
anyway?
1,000% guarantee you if they rolled the tape back, it's probably terrible base running. There's
Because
no
he should have
way,
been almost a third,
bro.
right?
There's no way he's going way, but yeah, exactly. Well,
Or-
the guy
and
in
then when he
third's
realized-
tagging, so you have to
Right.
basically you're doing what he's doing. So if
Oh,
you
so
see,
you're doing what the guy on third is
yeah,
doing?
like I can't go anywhere unless he goes. So there's no reason for me to go way over here, even if he does drop it, right? So if he's going, because we got one out, I guess right there, one out, but
I don't know.
Also, I mean, the left fielder going away from third base.
Did you hit in high school? Were you pitcher only your whole life?
I hit. Yeah.
You know he has a home run in the big leagues.
And I have a show homer. Yep.
Oppo
backside,
Taco.
backside,
Oppo.
and he almost missed first
Texas.
base.
Jason Hamill, yep, almost missed. Yeah, I was nervous of missing all the bases, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I was so scared. And then I was so scared, dude. It was the worst thing ever. And then,
No, the home run in the big leagues is the worst thing ever.
yeah, this is a lot of anxiety.
It's not what he expected
Am I
to do.
going too slow? Am I going too fast?
Everything was going through my mind. Hey, when I was getting ready to round third, I'm like, I don't know what hitters do when they hit home plate. Do they walk to the dugout? Do they jog? I don't want to do the wrong thing. I chose to walk. That was the wrong thing. I was definitely wrong. So should have jogged. Yeah, but hey, you live and you learn. It was a lot longer walk, and I was committed to the walk. So I was like,
Where was it?
I can't believe this is all
Wrigley.
going through your mind.
yeah, hey,
Wait, at Wrigley?
yeah, Wrigley.
Hell
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah.
They throw it back?
Huh?
They throw it back?
No, it was. I think they realized it was my first home run.
He's not getting this
I
ball.
think somebody told them that, and then they got like whatever. They got some souvenir, you know.
So you don't have it?
I have the ball. Yeah, I have the ball. I have the bat and the batting gloves, and they're all authenticated. I have the lineup card. It's all authenticated
See, I
too.
don't know what any of that stuff is.
Really?
It's Mikey's biggest regret of his life.
No, not that. Like my biggest regret is not getting the jerseys from the guys I played with.
Yes, that's my biggest regret. My other biggest regret, Derek Jeter's last game, was at Fenway, and we were there, and everybody was sending everything
Yep.
that you could imagine over to the dugout, and like literally the clubhouse manager came over to me 3 times and was like, "You don't want to send anything over?" And I was like, No.
Yeah, you're like,
I was
you
a
know,
rookie.
like-
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm
I
a
did the
rookie.
same
I'm
thing.
Like Orso was like, dude, do you think you could get me something signed by Jeter? I'm like, bro, it's literally like David Ortiz and like Pedroia and like Clay Buchholz that are getting things signed. Like, I don't know if I fit in this mix. Like,
Right.
sorry, dude, you know. But
Who's your first strikeout?
I wouldn't have given a shit now. Like, looking back on it, I would have not have.
Right.
Yeah, but you're trying to be a pro.
His initials were DJ. Derek Jeter. Out and strikeout.
Yeah.
Oh, he probably wouldn't have signed it for you.
That's
then.
what I mean. Yeah, he would have said, "Fuck you."
Dude.
Could have been even better. Fuck
Take
you,
your
rookie.
shit back, bro.
He'd be like, that shit was a ball.
Put your phone in the bucket.
Because he looked at strike 3, so and he like argued with the umpire, not argued, but like said something to the umpire walking back.
Was it a strike?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it really was. And you could see, you could see it on the K zone. It was a strike,
yeah.
but he would probably being like, "Hey, you can't give that call to a rookie." Like
Right.
that's what I would imagine. That's what he was saying, something
Right.
like that.
Call Mark Wahlberg.
He probably was like, "Hey, you see, he's wearing number 63." You can't call that shit, dude.
Look at his sleeves. Right They're not even tailored yet. Don't do this to me.
Don't. What are you doing, bro? You know me better than that. He says, don't let that happen again. He's wearing number 63.
Oh man.
My last hit better be a homer. 3-2.
3-2.
Big pitch here.
It was a big pitch.
He's living and dying on this pitch.
I think this is his day. I think
I
he's
would
done.
hope
any
so.
bubbles.
He's done.
Get him out.
Gidry's coming in.
That ain't it. He set him up for the double play.
Non-competitive pitch.
Yeah, it was,
Unless it's a lefty.
It wasn't
Is
competitive,
it a
for
lefty?
sure.
It is lefty, so he's in. Next two guys are lefties. I think.
Jay's like, he's got to learn how to get lefties.
Is he ready? Is he ready?
That Uber I scheduled, is it?
Bus right?
He's like, hey, man, what's the post-game spread? You know what I'm saying? What do we got again? I can't concentrate on this.
I don't want
What's going
Chick-fil-A
on the
for a
field.
third time.
Can we mix in some pizza?
Yeah.
Place is
Drone
packed.
shot.
That drone was flying that thing around all over the place.
That's the same stadium that we played in, right? Mm-hmm. It's been there. That's been there for a minute.
They've done
now,
some
huh?
really cool things around. They added like a training facility.
That's cool.
It's like like a D1, like a whole gym.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it's like really cool.
Cages
And
are
the
there
teams
now,
can
so
use
you
it
don't-
and stuff and do all that stuff. Like
teams hit there
So you don't
before.
have to do the dynamic warm up in the parking lot anymore.
Exactly.
They hit there too,
We
so
would,
they
do,
don't
we
go.
would do our warm ups in the parking lot. No joke. Like, yeah.
It is the DC's girlfriend.
They showed the dad a
Not a lefty,
ton.
it's a righty.
Yeah, I like when they show Dylan. Yeah, George, Big George.
We're back
Well,
again.
that's why
There we
Gidry's
go.
coming in.
Double switch.
Wow, I love it. He made him go out and talk to him.
No, that's their leadoff guy. They're not. I don't think they're pitching.
Buy some more
for him.
time.
Who we double switching, Lloyd?
I just wanted
He
to
meant if they're gonna pinch hit.
Yeah. I'm just talking. Brain is fried.
How do you guys feel about the pitcher hanging out until the next pitcher comes?
I don't know.
What do you mean to get? Well,
They give him the ball, right? That's what.
Yeah.
That's the
the
thing.
old skip.
How do you
thing.
feel about that?
Love it.
I mean,
I don't hate it.
Don't hate it?
I'm not. Yeah,
I'm not crazy about
I'm
it.
indifferent. I'm not a pitcher though.
I know. That's what I'm
indifferent
saying.
about
Like, it's kind of whatever to me. I'm not ever in that situation or ever been, so I don't really have huge feelings about it.
That's like if you got pinch hit for and you waited till the guy got to the box and
Yeah.
gave him the bat before you left.
Yeah, it's just like, it
guess
feels
that would
kind
be
of
weird.
awkward. Yeah, just, I don't know.
But maybe that would be a thing if he was actually using the same bat.
Using the same bat.
You're right.
Little league style.
Pass your
blocked
helmet
They
off.
go to Dutton.
Like, oh, you got the good
I don't
helmet.
know.
Give me that one.
Yeah.
It's got the nice padding inside.
That's actually my helmet's lucky.
I'd almost rather them go get you now because he's got to be used to getting out of something like this. They went Dutton.
And it's tinkering season.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you're telling me in the same spot next weekend they're going to go to Dutton over Gidry?
No.
Probably not.
I did think they would throw Gidry because they want to see him throw, especially in this situation. But
So what's the schedule? If they win this game, they play tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow at noon.
At noon.
Against
Florida?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. They got to beat them twice?
No.
Oh.
Semifinal goes back to single
It
elimination.
does. Okay.
that's a big move.
That is.
So that double. So the loss doesn't really.
No. As long as you can get to that, yeah, the next game. We lost a game my
no.
sophomore.
We lost the first game in 09.
That's what I thought, yeah.
We didn't lose a game in 10. We won the whole thing, and you came back in against Alabama and shoved it up their ass.
That was fun.
That was great.
Wait, so 09 we lost the first game?
So
Who'd we? Mike Minor. Yes, he pitched a
4-1 or
CG.
something.
Did he pitch a CG? Yeah.
Mike Minor made a lot of money that day.
That's right. Exactly right.
I got 2.
Yep.
Absolutely shoved that game.
Yep.
It was nasty.
I got 2.
He literally made himself a lot of money.
Yeah,
that
like
game.
he was supposed to be a very high pick. He was having a very not bad year, just not what you thought he was going to have, and he literally made a ton of money that day.
Made it all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They were like, that's the guy that we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Great.
But there was difference. Like we had to come back. We had to play Georgia twice. Remember? In a row.
That's how I struggle remembering 09. I do remember Ryan Bird pitching
the finals.
You know
That is great.
The SEC tournament.
The finals. He pitched.
Yes, I remember that.
He's doing 7 innings, 1 run.
I know I pitched against Alabama, but I can't remember when or
that
where.
was 2010 in the championship game.
No. Oh, but I'm saying my start in 09. When did I pitch in 09?
I don't know that.
That's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. It's like
question
I don't know.
for you.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm like. I can't remember. I'm like.
Were you like that your
So
whole
we
career?
lost the
Okay, so
first
my
game.
junior so it had to have been Alabama because my junior year my start was against Florida because I was pitching like crap that year, remember?
Yeah,
and it was but then I went there and I pitched actually decent against Florida. I pitched 7 2/3. It was one of my best starts. And then I pitched against Alabama.
And that's when I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
That's when you're like 97, 98 with the breaker. Like
and I pitched against Alabama out of the bullpen that tournament. I think I started against Alabama in 09 and like that was because it's funny. My first collegiate win was against Alabama at the SEC tournament my freshman year. And then I beat them at the SEC tournament my sophomore year, and then I beat him in the championship my junior year. So I was like, my dad always makes that point. He was like, he's a big superstition guy. So he was like,
Alabama did a lot of great things.
I'm trying to think.
He's like, man, anytime you faced Alabama at the SEC tournament, I knew it was good. You know, he was like, he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I just knew, and I'm like, okay.
Tony's
I'm trying to think like in 09 we played South Carolina in the tournament. We played Georgia twice in the tournament, and then we played Vanderbilt twice.
That's right.
I think that's the teams we played.
Wait, say it again.
We lost to Vandy.
Yep.
And then I don't know who we played the next game after Vandy, but I know
that's what I think was Alabama.
South Carolina. I don't know. Yeah, maybe
I pitched against them.
Son of a bitch.
That's a homer, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, great.
That's gonna be. That's why you don't put Dutton in.
So you go to your guy.
You learned what you learned.
He's probably happy.
Tinkering.
He's happy.
Yeah, Jay called the Uber. He's ready.
They got the bus.
The bus driver's already ready. Yeah, he just texted the bus driver. He's like, "Hey, make sure we get home in 6 hours."
Oh, this is so dumb.
Yeah, what's the story on this?
There's a lot going on there. Did they put this on every bus they get on? That's a lot.
Sean said Dutton.
I don't know if he even wanted to ride that ride.
Oh, he definitely wanted to ride it.
I
Was
don't
it
know
through
if
on
he wanted
homer
to
in the
ride
bottom
that
of the
ride.
7th to give the lead? Like these games matter a lot more for South Texas A&M than it does for LSU.
I didn't bet on any of these none of the conference games because like that's LSU don't care. A&M's got everything to gain. LSU,
Look how happy he is.
Yeah. His body language is all positive.
Yeah. Learn something from you.
He's like, I get to wake up in my own bed tomorrow. This is gonna be great.
It's got to be a good feeling if you're, I guess
we
if
get a
you're on the
replay of
team
that pitch?
and you take an L and your
College
coach is
baseball's
like,
the worst on replays, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Here we go.
how do we take this long to get a replay of this?
He threw one
Whoa,
pitch.
boy.
Did he throw one pitch? Please tell me that was an 0-0 pitch.
No, that was a second breaking ball. That one could not have. That's the lollipop curveball machine
I'm
curveball.
about to say when you throw one and it's not good, and the next one that's the one we followed up with.
Usually it gets better.
I mean,
That one was.
I'd rather see you spike it than throw that one.
Yeah.
The first one was a call strike at dude's ankles.
Really?
Yeah.
Then he
Called
picked
that first
off.
strike.
So that's what he
that
backed it
ball-
up with? That was the one after?
He definitely
I'm not
wanted
gonna
that
lie.
ride.
Hey, I will say, their social media girls.
Look at her there, getting into action.
Boy,
I'm
that's
not gonna
tough.
say anything.
Right, yeah.
That's tough.
Then you take them out the next fucking
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Dude,
that's
that's-
what we needed
Why
to
not
see.
do it again?
You know what one of my biggest pet peeves is too? Like somebody taught or one of my pitching coaches told me this early in my career and I always kind of paid attention to it. And it's true. If you throw a breaking ball or a good breaking ball in the count and there's still another strike to be thrown, like why would you double it up? If like say I threw you a nice breaking ball, right? Bottom of the zone, it did everything that I needed it to do. It was probably one of my better ones. You have to be so perfect on that next one to double
Right.
it up because you just saw your best. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a
Right.
called strike at the bottom of the zone with a curveball, like let's mix it up a little bit.
Right.
Definitely
And then
spike
come
it.
back to it
Yeah,
later.
exactly.
Or don't throw it in the
That's
zone.
what,
Just can't throw
spike
it in
it.
the zone.
Yeah, spike
You
it.
have
Throw
to
it on the
spike
bottom
it.
of the zone. See if
You
you get
have
a
to spike
chase.
it,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? But like, you can't miss up.
She's
That's
posting.
you can't. What's up, girl?
Look at the video I just took.
Did I do a good job?
Look at the edit. Are you approve of that edit?
Is it good?
Texas A&M feels
Why does he
big,
look like Evan Longoria?
He does look a little like Evan Longoria.
big TikTok energy from A&M.
Big TikTokers.
Did you see me on the scooter, Coach? Did I do good?
Did I hit that hanging breaking ball far enough?
Who's coming in next?
I would assume Gidry is the only other guy up in the pin.
But do you use him now that
Nope.
you're down 3?
Coleman.
Yeah, no, that's not like,
So it's a wrap.
yeah, it's
They don't expect to play tomorrow.
no.
Yo, stupid. Like nothing else changed on the screen except for numbers. Y'all are so stupid.
I mean, listen, he's coming off a TJ. He's
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, coming off an injury.
I mean, you might as
Look
well
at
say
Jay's
it at
face,
that
that's
point.
good strikeout numbers.
That's it.
Oh, made his day.
I'll tell you what. There is no better feeling than after you do hit a homer and come in the dugout and talking with all the boys about it. What do you say?
It's got to be a good
That's
feeling.
what I saw.
Yeah.
Just tell him you saw a heater. What do you mean it was 76 with
I
a
used to
hump?
always come in and say,
Heater.
what an idiot.
I was right on it.
It was all over him.
I love it.
Time-
I
yeah,
always
time to
loved
write
hearing
up.
the. I loved hearing the
Right
guys
up.
that came in and that couldn't tell you what they hit.
I was so on
Bro, it
time.
was 77 with the hump on it. I thought it was a fastball. What do you mean?
Didn't pick up a spin.
You know what? Get out of my face. I'm not gonna ask you anything.
Why Coleman's hat kind of bothers me. Why is it like indented in the back? Like, does he wear it too high up?
That's
I
got
don't
the
know.
two-story effect.
Do you ever notice that?
I haven't noticed that. Now I
You
notice
got a
it.
little less miles
It's like,
going on.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's like.
Oh, it does.
See it?
Like
It's
is
like
that
too high up?
Like it's just sitting up there.
Yeah.
But it's not though. It looks like
That's what I
it's.
mean. Like, I'm like, I need answers.
Does he feel that? Does he know that's going on?
You think he has to
Wait, you've seen that before? I never noticed
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, I always notice it.
and watches the game from a different perspective.
Oh man, that's great.
Just nip people's hats. And,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
ugh.
Damn, he went down and got that. That wasn't even
He
that
did.
bad of a pitch.
Probably wasn't even a strike.
That probably wasn't a strike. Well, that's not good. I'm glad we said an inning.
Glad Jack commented on the bullpen.
Yep.
So did the graphic. Fuck you.
Said it first.
I wasn't talking about Sam fucking Dutton.
It's all bullpen, though. It's part of the bullpen.
I mean, you just have to wear this loss.
I thought Gidry was coming in, Lloyd.
You're saving
No
him.
offense to Sam, but damn, dude.
Old Dutton.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
it's good for the over.
That was a change-up.
Boy,
That was a slow arm speed
Where
on the change-up.
do you guys bet on? Do you bet on college baseball at all?
Yeah.
DraftKings is the only one, but they stopped doing the run lines.
because I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Everybody trying to get in that bat.
Well, I think Alabama might have
No, it's just
something
about
to do
getting
with
work in.
It was happening before that. They really only did it for the pre-conference
that.
games.
They wouldn't do any LSU run lines. It was always
They had them in the beginning of the year a few times because they were like -4.5. They were more than anybody else. They were like
Yeah.
-4.5, -5.5, like things like that.
any time that Skeens threw was like -260.
Yeah.
It was like up.
No, it was way
gonna
more.
buy some runs.
Money line was like -500 when he was pitching every time. It was like you had to parlay it with something,
Right.
otherwise you can't even bet that.
I don't have enough credit.
Yeah, I lost my first bet.
What'd you bet?
Things change when you put a little money down on that thing, huh, bro?
Mariners 6.5 over the A's at home.
You really went deep.
And then they won by 5.
Oh my god.
Oh, the run line was 6.5. I mean,
Was it live betting? Oh,
You're
yeah.
trying. I'm about to say you're trying to tell me that the spread in this game to start was 6.5. Let's say,
No way.
good
Yeah.
grief.
Never happened. Yeah.
I'm about to say what?
So I bet the 6.5.
There we go.
And they didn't score another run. They won like,
Okay,
I think they won
okay, that makes
they
more
won
sense. I
like
thought you took
6-1.
6.5 before the game.
Yeah,
like
that's-
that's aggressive.
So you were just on that app.
But say you weren't really trying to win, then. You just wanted to give away some money,
Yeah.
donating.
I saw the eye game. I was like, man, fuck, I want a sports gamble. So I set up my account right there. I was like,
And it was just like that was the
Let
game
me
that you
bet
saw it. Yeah.
something.
I
I
love
was going this way. Can't bet the berm.
Jack went.
Yes, sir.
See you, my boy.
Yeah, man, he thought that was 3 outs. That's not good. Coleman started walking towards the dugout. Hey, buddy, we play 3 now.
Me and you. There we go.
Um,
You think you see Coleman all the way through?
No.
It'll give guidance.
You know what's gonna happen.
So they're gonna score like 4.
What's gonna happen, Lloyd?
LSU's gonna come back and tie this thing up.
I do think there's a strong chance of that happening.
See the body language change.
I'm sweating.
It's
Hot.
toasty in here. All right, that was
Open
I
up
was checking if it was.
that's why I
Always
left
toasty.
earlier. I went to turn the AC down, but there.
Lloyd does this every time, so it's you know.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was me. I was tripping.
No, and there's people have different body temperatures.
Boy, this guy.
I need to use the restroom.
We saw this guy.
That's very
right after
polite.
that, We're like, man, that guy is tiny. He's really like 5'6".
Good block back there, Travinsky.
We saw him warming up, and he walked by, and me and Laura were like, is that the manager?
We did see him.
He's like, no, that's their center fielder.
Here's what I think we should do. After we get this inning, watch the top half of the 8th. If we don't score any runs,
I'm with you 1,000%.
we
Yeah, I'm going to play basketball after this.
okay. There you go.
At the right?
That's interesting. Couple Heinekens in. Oh, got him in the throat.
Play basketball, and
Oh, he changed up the helmet too.
He's been wearing that helmet all game.
he just took the sunglasses off.
No, he's usually a
The 2-piece?
yeah. Here we go. Strike out for $1.
On this pitch,
Got 105 ones, bet you.
I'll take it.
How'd you keep that many?
Who's that guy?
That'd be the SEC commissioner.
Sankey?
That's Sankey.
Who was it?
Gregory?
It used to be Mike Slive, right? Who's Mike Slive? Is that NCAA?
No.
I don't know. It's out of my pay grade.
You owe me $1.
Double or nothing?
Sure.
What's it bet?
Strike out.
I like betting.
He says strike out. I say no.
Strike out on this pitch for $1.
I'll take the field.
Oof. Yeah, I would say no. Just walked in, but
Pay me my money.
Nope. You owe me money.
Triple or
$3.
nothing?
Triple
What
nothing.
about strikeout? What about strikeout for the at bat?
What are you tripling? Lloyd, yeah, triple or nothing.
Nice shot. Look at this big cop
You're up to
energy.
$10 now.
hey, you know how I told you about my first runs in the first inning
Yeah.
bet? I do it with strikeouts for some pitchers too, live, like in the at bat.
Oh, like live in the at bat.
Yeah, so I only do it for the first time through the order. But like,
Just get out.
We got him.
No, you fouled him off.
Oh, I thought he punched him. Like Spencer, like guys that strike
strike
out.
out
Yeah,
at that, yeah.
so
Ah, finger tape.
I'll start the game. Spencer, and the live odds are like plus 200 or more usually. So I'll start $25,
Oh,
$50
really?
or something like that, right?
Yeah.
If he doesn't do it, I'll just double the bet. If he doesn't do it, that at bat, I'll double the bet and just kind of do it live as it goes.
Jesus, dude.
He's a grinder.
He is a grinder.
Hit the ball and play.
Strike out on this
Tattoos
pitch.
now in college. It's
A
crazy.
lot of guys, right?
When I went and visited my nephew in high school, there's kids in high school that have tattoos now.
LeBron James had to
wild.
cover him up.
Yeah, to cover him up. That's how far we've come.
I like
Kids
that.
Yeah,
No problem with that.
I like
I
it.
love the mustache too. Let's go, boys.
You
Skeens
started,
is on
you
the
started
train.
that. You started that.
Yeah, I mean, I
You've
don't
been
want to
doing
take.
that for.
That was actually a really good pitch.
I don't want to take credit
Good take. But that had some.
Like
that was
if we
pretty
look at
sharp.
history and who had it,
first. And the
just-
mullet.
Yeah, that's just
Facts.
facts, right?
Yeah.
No, you can't
dispute
do
it.
that now. Like, people in the stands are doing this. It's not 2-2.
It's
You only do that on
2-2,
2-2-2.
They don't
what that
know.
is.
They don't know. But what?
What?
Hey. Yeah.
Got to pay extra for that.
Oh God.
Oh, he's hurt.
Pay up, Lloyd.
Is he hurt? I think he's hurt. He was limping around. I think
What's
he's
your
hurt.
Venmo?
Oh, he's
Cash
limping.
App. We're
He
big
is
Cash
limping.
App crew
Pay
now.
me now.
We all have Cash App.
Boy, this is taking forever.
This is the one inning that we said.
No, not all of us. Just one of us.
Is this the one inning that we said still?
No. Oh, I was supposed to watch the top of the 8th. Oh, this,
This
was
is
the one
literally
we watched.
this is literally directly after Jack said, bullpen hadn't given up anything. This is exactly what happened right after Jack said that.
No, Ty finished 6 after.
story as old as time.
Is he hurt?
Yeah, he rolled his ankle.
Just kind of slipped.
As long as it's a foot, not an elbow.
We're not gonna limp on an elbow.
Well, I was just saying injury-wise.
It's not his Achilles.
Well,
Jesus, Jack.
I mean, it's not his Achilles walking like that. He wouldn't be able to do that if it was his Achilles.
Probably just an awkward landing.
Yeah. You say he's good?
Wanted to milk it a little bit with the walk. You know?
I said maybe his feelings are a little hurt.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey man, take this ball, man.
I would have thrown a strike 3.
Hey,
I mean, that was
coach.
11 pitches back.
Hey, coach. It's hot as shit. I want to go home.
I know
Too many
you want
runners.
to
You
go
want to get on
home.
the bus,
Just take this
right?
ball.
Like,
Take
I'm
this
just
ball. I
trying
don't
to-
want. Yeah, take the ball. Take the ball.
Coach, we're trying to go home, right?
Yeah.
We got practice tomorrow.
No. See, it's not your fault. Mine.
That's your fault. I should have recruited you.
Yeah. I just thought you were better.
Thought you were better.
All right, one pitch.
One out.
Pop up. Let's go.
One pitch.
He's popping them up. This guy's gonna try to hit it 800 feet.
Love
Keep
that.
us here. Give us a chance.
Right? Need the chance.
Need it. Gotta have it.
Won it.
Oh boy.
Oh, he muffed it.
Might have been a strike.
Oh,
too.
bocce ball back there.
Stick that a little bit. Maybe.
It's that small glove he's got.
Tell you what.
That's what it is.
Tell you what. I had to go catch some in between games sometimes, in between innings when I was a rookie. Not when I was my first year in Detroit, because the bull we had 2 catchers or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
In
I
the
had
show.
I had to go catch in the show.
Oh my.
That's a thing.
God.
Well, we had
That's Bush, by
we had Avila was DHing and we had McCann was catching, and then our other catcher was
Yeah,
in the bullpen because he had 2 guys.
I had that
double
happen, before, but it was usually like a first base coach or somebody
Yeah,
like that.
so I was like,
player.
A rookie?
hey, I wasn't a rookie either. I was
You were just
17, so I was in
yeah,
there.
low man on the totem pole, maybe.
Yeah, I had to go catch Daniel Norris.
Oh my God, the lefty.
Same first
Yeah,
pitch
yeah.
was that. I almost broke my
no.
thumb. I'm like, okay.
You're
I'm
like,
I'm
dude,
like
I'm
literally
not
sitting
ready
here like this. I'm like, I'm not ready at all. And then I had to face Justin Wilson once, and he almost threw it right over my head because
he's the lefty that throws 99, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
oh
like,
my
okay.
God.
He liked me. He looked at me when he saw me. He goes, I got you. I got you.
I know what's going on.
It really is a bad feeling with a pitcher. You're like, you feel bad for the guy, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, I know you're not going to stick it, so I'm not even getting what I'm trying to get out of this.
Dude, these guys don't want to strike out. It's unbelievable. Oh, good snag, kid.
Boy,
I see you,
it was
Junior.
Tough.
get you a scholarship.
Scholarship.
Motherfucker scholarship. All right, let's go. So much for shortening the game, huh?
I'm now 3 outs. Need it.
Strike out for $1. It's a good pitch.
He's getting his velo up, though. It's 94.
Yeah, nowhere near the strike zone. I'm nah.
I mean, that last about.
I mean, this is killing him. He's
That was
aging
11
in front of
pitch
our
at bat.
face.
Jay Johnson?
Yeah. Just do it or don't. Yeah.
Help us out a little bit, huh?
I mean, he's got to be hot
That
back
was
there.
Sweating a lot.
Yeah,
That
man.
was a ball, but
You would think maybe.
Everybody's a person.
He's a little loose, yeah. Not as sharp because it's hot. It's dehydrated.
Probably went out last night.
oh,
There we go! Strike out for $1.
All right.
Jesus, after you're down $50,
I say, I'm pretty sure you
Quadrupling
still
it
lost in
another-
this
You gotta
investment.
double it
Oh,
up.
you
gotta
double it
the
up.
bet. You gotta
Pretty
double the
sure you
bet.
still lost in this investment, but you know, whatever.
You should have said, yeah, $3 this time.
If you're not used to losing, you're not a gambler. Let's see old Texas A&M social media. See if they've got that post out.
well, can you take the camera off of me for like a second?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell. I'm serious. Take it off of me.
Did you?
I mean, I don't trust you, so I gotta go. Yes, or remove myself.
Remove myself.
I didn't take it off of him.
I need to. That's not what I wanted.
I turned the air down, boys.
Thank you.
It's at 73, working on 67.
3-run bomba. That's tough.
Look at this street.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's your Friday night?
It might be. Could be you.
Possibly you.
Possibly you.
I was like, that's
That could
be
be
girthy.
be a life changer.
That's definitely heroic. That could be heroic. Yeah.
Can I pitch?
Yeah. Am I a major league baseball?
I knew I was left-handed.
Oh, that's great.
Do you know, Jack? Do you know who LSU has up in the lineup? Who got the? Was it Dugard that got the last out?
Probably gonna
Yes.
Dugard 'cause he
Yes.
So they're going.
But they got bunted, so it's after Dugard.
I mean, you got bun. I thought you flew out to. I thought you flew out to the shortstop
Oh, maybe.
on 2-0.
Oh yeah, remember catcher's interference.
Yep.
Look at that drone whirring, baby.
That drone's flying right over our head.
There's no way that's the same drone. That thing was rinky
The
dink.
response inning right here. Will they do it
Need
again?
Wait, they just scored the runs last inning? Feels like it was.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
that was a
Jack
lifetime.
said that shit
Uh-huh.
52 minutes ago.
Had to live in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
All right.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Defensive.
All right.
Oh, I forgot I got the rally clusters.
The rally clusters.
2 for 4.
Ooh.
That's tough.
Boy.
Tough. Good pitch.
Aaron Boone's been in one game.
Did he really?
Yeah, so
I don't want that. I don't
For
want
spitting in the umpire's face?
probably.
I see the spin.
Tell you what, man, these lefties that we face have been executing some pretty good breaking balls.
I concur.
Gosman's having another good year. 3-1.
So
He had that one. He had like two bad outings. That ballooned his ERA. Everything else has been nasty.
I think the Yankees got him one game.
I concur.
At least he got a false games card, but
Home run?
he did.
Don't you do it. He wanted to back there. I saw him. Flinched a little bit.
Place looks like a morgue.
Dude, they are just getting all up in his hands with that breaking ball.
What are y'all doing in the dugout right now? Nothing?
On the top step, probably.
Rooting your boys on?
That's all
If you
do.
can get this thing to cruise.
What would you be doing in the dugout right now?
There's the heater that he popped up.
Tackle him.
Whoa.
Something you shouldn't be doing?
Yeah, I'd probably be gambling on something.
Oh.
Trying to throw the ball on the top step. See if it would settle.
Those games are always fun, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
matching
That's how you
the
get by.
Yeah, matching the energy of the coach.
Yep.
If he's cool with us losing, I'm cool with us losing.
I don't think he's verbalized that to them that he's cool with them. I'm
Yeah,
sure he's
I
not
mean-
cool with them losing, but
Probably not cool.
yeah.
That's a great feeling, though, when you have the coach that's not in your ass
Yeah.
for, like, you know,
Right.
all good. Got bigger fish to fry.
This would be nice if he could sneak his way on the base.
Oh, no, he's back to the... He can roll. Little solo shot. Get you on the board. Bases empty, grand slam.
He doesn't want to pick the click. That'd be nice.
Ghost runners on.
Damn, he's off. That's the sad. He's not even close to that one.
He just took the 1-0 heater right down the middle. Didn't even budge. Well, I wouldn't say in between. A little bit off right now.
Yep. But he hadn't played in a minute. Oh.
Find me
Oh.
something. Find me something.
There we go.
He was close to that one.
Oh, sanity hit right there. All right, I am still pretty good.
Do you know how to play this game? Sanity hit. So true.
You don't care how it comes. They could bounce 6 times before he leaves the infield. Oh, thank God.
Get to run to first. I get to stay.
All right, DC.
Uh-oh.
They usually say a 1,200 OPS is pretty good. So I
Pretty
think
good.
I think he's
So,
had a pretty good
yeah.
season.
Above average.
Yeah, I think it's been somewhat decent.
He's hunting.
Goodwill or
I actually like that swing, to be honest with you. Change up a little off the plate, but like didn't pull off of it.
Lloyd would have pulled off of it. 100%. What's up, dog? What's up, dog? You cool? See you.
Oh, that's the one that
Is that a changeup?
I
Actually,
don't know what that is.
Nah, it had to be a fastball.
broke ass gun.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, now I'm now.
Battle.
What you looking at?
Oh, we got to talk about it. Tommy White only on deck circle.
What a 2-year stretch, huh? Back to back SEC.
I
player of
mean,
the
come back for your senior year.
First ever.
Make it 3.
Yeah.
First ever. That good.
Well, if he came back, I mean, somebody would need to say, hey,
That's what they had to do to Devin White.
can't be doing that. Yeah, like
No, that's
He
that's
got
when you have the John Calipari. You hit him with the hey, listen. If you want to come back, you can feed my family. If you want to leave, you can feed your family. You make the decision. It's your decision.
There's George.
It's up to you. Ball's in your court.
I won't tell you no, but I'm
Boy,
telling you.
clean.
Clean is a good base runner.
Runs like a deer.
Yeah, there's a lot of fast guys that are very bad base runners. He anticipates pretty well.
Getting a lot of screen time this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Also happens when your son's Dylan Kerr's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't
shit,
have
parents.
it because he always hiding.
What's he gonna do here?
No,
What a
sir.
take.
Nope, nope.
No, sir.
Dylan knows the strike zone better than the Pirates.
That's what I've heard. This guy is sweating.
I bet you it's hot as.
Oh, that's not good. 3 for 17.
No, but it's
17 opportunities today with runners in scoring position.
2 RBI.
That's unbelievable.
It's the lefties, right?
Yeah, you got to be the lefties.
They
Gotta
cracked
be
the
lefties.
code. I'd love to see him leave.
That would be nice.
No, sir.
Oh, I thought he was gonna do it, but that was good. You haven't called that pitch strike all day.
Good umpiring today so far from this man.
It's consistent.
Consistent. That's all I'm asking for.
From this man.
Fuck that kid.
Whoa.
I mean,
Jeez.
ugh,
Impressive.
prick.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh.
we gotta buy him. Damn, you never used to see Dylan swing through some heaters, but
Got a very hittable heater, too. He
Yeah.
just swung right through it.
it's all
I don't
right.
see that much.
It's okay.
Did you just miss?
Go through some things.
Look at that. Make a wish.
All right. Well, with that, I think that's probably our cue.
Ooh, that was a good swing.
Sorry, we're not going to finish watching the game with y'all, but you got an inning and a half. Maybe they make a little rally in the ninth, shut them down here in the eighth, score a few in the ninth, and get a dub. If not, don't fret. You come back to Baton Rouge, you got some time off. The boys will probably have a
Work
nice
out the
little Labor
kinks
Day
next week.
weekend, recover, get healthy, get ready for the regional that they will be hosting at LSU. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back with you Monday. We're going to let you know if we're going to have the show from the selection show. I would like to, depending on the
Show
situation
regardless,
of
then?
everybody. Show regardless on Monday for sure. Oh, it's Memorial Day. I forgot.
That's what I'm wondering. I don't have any friends or family, so.
So
You are
based
my
off
family.
of depending on what happens, we're either going to have a show at from
Stadium
the
Club.
stadium, or we're going to do something else. Like as far maybe we'll do like a Twitter Spaces again or something, and give you some sort of content. But enjoy your weekend. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page if you don't like watching us or can't watch us, or anywhere you get your pods.
On the beach.
Appreciate all the shout outs to all our sponsors. I know it was a different type of show. Shout out to Heineken. Where's my drinks? Shout out to Heineken for the great beer. I had to put a little bit of
Sour light beer. That was nice.
we didn't have any chilled, so I threw a little ice in there. I know it's a little different to beer, some ice on some beer, but I had to get it chilled.
Yeah, it
happens.
Going hot wasn't going to work.
Yeah, no, it happens.
Hot enough.
Shout out
already hot enough in
to
here.
our friends down at Doe's. Shout out to Anthony. Thank you.
Yes.
And Cards and Culture for the cards that we got.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry we didn't get any good hits.
That's okay. It happens.
Probably trash.
That's
Just throw 'em
the
away.
it's the thrill. It's the thrill of opening up
That's it.
some
That's it.
cards.
It's a gamble.
We used
Never
to
know what you're
steal them
gonna
from Walmart and go into like the middle. You know where like the little closed section was? You could hide in the middle. We'd open up in
You know,
there.
Target doesn't sell baseball cards anymore.
Yeah, because everybody would thief them.
Yeah. Well, no, because somebody got shot over them.
Yeah, there was some issues.
Not good. Shout out to EVCO, our friends at EVCO.
That's the issue.
People getting
Yeah,
shot.
that's an issue. That's not
That's
good.
an issue.
And shout out to our friends at Range Rover Peretti, newest sponsor. We appreciate your sponsorship.
Nice.
Enjoy your weekend. And thank you for tuning in. We love y'all.
If you know anything about
Peace.
collision repair, please let me know.
Oh, it looks
use
like it
blue
got
tape.
fixed. Did you not fix it?
No. You see that tape on there?
Oh, you taped it. Taped it. I was like, wait, it's not. There's no dent. in
Scotch man. All right, goodbye, everybody. Love you.
Lloyd got
Goodbye.
electrical tape on that thing.
Electrical tape.
Hit it from my ego.